let's go, broski. Whoa, okay, I like Afnan for president. I love you. Guys, we don't have president here in Dubai, so that's not gonna happen unless I go back to America. Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? Okay, we are here. Let me see. Hi, guys. Hello, friends. How are we doing? We are live for day two, part two. Let me know if yesterday you got some value, you did your homework. What did you learn from yesterday? Drop something that blew your mind yesterday. I want to see. I want to get the vibes, okay? I want to get the energy from you guys because today we're going to get into the nitty and gritty, right? Yesterday we set the foundation. We made sure we have a base that we can actually work on or from. And then now we are going to really dive in. So let me know one thing that stood to you guys yesterday, what really blew your mind, something that you've never thought about. I did my homework. Anyone that have done their homework, my hats go to you because you have already figured what like 99% of the world don't figure, which is what are you so good at? What are things that you're so valuable at? So that alone, that you just took some time, spent it with yourself, and like just looked internally, like Afnan, what am I so good at? How can I make money from it? That alone, like, should make you guys a lot of money if you just really pay attention. Okay, I will meet you in 1 to 2 years. I mean, I hope before. My mind totally changed after yesterday. I love that. Today, we're gonna, if you thought yesterday was good, just wait until today. Okay, growth partner. I did my homework, just a little bit confused, but I'm trying. That is fine. As long as you've done your homework, again, your eyes have opened to more things than the average person. Okay, okay. Are we ready to get started? Or should we wait for some people? I didn't know that we have fans on YouTube. YouTube does like top fans, and I can see like the top 50 people of you guys. I don't know what it's based on, but it's really, really dope. And you guys have like numbers and like crowns beside your name. I don't know if you guys see it, but the top 50 in the chat, I'm proud of you guys. Launching strategy, I did. Okay, let's go. Give them 2 more minutes. Okay, I'm gonna listen to you, Zia. I did my homework plus more. I love to hear that. Guys, I've always said this before. People always make money depending on two things, on their level of awareness to what is happening in this world, what opportunities there's out there, right? The red card theory that we talked about, and to the knowledge that they have. That's it. No one makes money because, oh my god, they're so smart. Oh my god, they're so talented. Oh my god, they're superhuman. Oh my god, they have an extra finger. That's not why people make money or get success in this life. It's literally because they know something that you don't. And that thing, they did not learn it at no Harvard, at no university, at no college. So even if you did not go to school, even if you did not pay attention, even if you didn't do any of that, you still have a big chance to make your wildest dreams come true, to make a lot of money online. And this is why we're sharing what we share with you guys. So information will literally always, always, always change the situation. When I pray, I'm like, God, please just give me more information, right? Forget the money. The money is going to come. If I just have more information, the right information, that will change my life forever. Because money comes and go. Businesses come and go. Social media accounts come and go. But you know what doesn't come and go? The skills that I have, the information that I have, it only increases over time. Makes sense? You've confirmed what I'm doing already, babe. I love you. I love you too. Jensen. Okay, so let's dive right into it because I'm gonna be honest, we actually have a lot to a lot to cover today. That we have a lot to talk about. So, day 2, we are going to talk about how to make $1 million launching digital products and how to become the GOAT in your industry, in your niche, step by step. So, welcome back to day 2. Of course, if you're here today, that already, number one, tells me something about you, right? Some of you guys are like, I'm not disciplined. I cannot follow through. This is why I'm not going to be successful. No, if you are here after day 1, that just should tell you something about yourself, that you actually can follow through, that you actually can learn something, implement it. You just need someone to hold your hand, guide you, and tell you step by step what to do, right? I've had these people in my life, and that's how I got to where I am today. And I hope by the end of this call, I am that person for a lot of you guys, that I hold your hand step by step. So in 2 months from today, we are in a whole different entire level. Information, income, freedom that you've never had before, right? And this is my goal for a lot of you guys, is for me to be able to hold your hand one by one, step by step, to actually help you to get to where you are, right? So it just shows me that you didn't just get excited about day 1 and disappear. You actually stay when things are starting to get real, because things are starting to get real. So before we dive in, I'm going to have a quick check-in. Of course, let me know how you're feeling in the chat. Just one word. One word, how are we feeling in the chat? If you would describe your feelings. Can I tell you mine? I feel very, very, very like grateful and grounded, because we really like, I just really love what I do. I love that, I get to give another woman, another man hope that there is another way to make money. There is another way to get success. There is another way to change your life. And we don't just give hope, we actually give strategy, things to implement. Blessed, hopeful, motivated, crazy, blessed, content, inspired, elevated, empowered, rich. I love that. Innovative. Okay, good energy. Yes, good energy in the chat. Let's go. So, quick recap for anyone who needs a refresh from yesterday, because we did cover actually a lot yesterday. So, we talked yesterday about what a launch actually is, right? And I show you that every brand out there, whether it is the Apple, is this, oh my God, it is the Netflix, Taylor Swift, all these big billion-dollar companies, they use the same psychology when it comes to launch, right? So we also talked about 2 different paths yesterday. Path 1, if you're a creator, you're an expert, you're an influencer, you have an audience and you want to monetize it with your own digital product. That's the first path that you can be making money. And then path 2 is if you want to become a growth partner. And a lot of you guys fell in love with becoming a growth partner. And this is why today, of course, we have a very special guest that I am going to be bringing on very, very soon. But you can partner up with creators, people who have already the audience, they have the attention, they have the influence, and you can help them launch, make money, and you take 30% to 50% of the revenue of the launch. They make $100,000. You take anywhere from 30 to 50,000, right? You help them make 300, 400,000, 500, $1 million from a launch. You get to make 30 to 50%. Let me speak to my growth partners for a little bit. For anyone that's considering this to be like, a new business model plan that we can actually go all in 2026, right? Let's say you get started today and you're a beginner, you're just trying to work it out. Let's say you have so much experience, you have mastered launches, you understood the system that we're gonna give you, you have the templates, you have the scripts, you have literally everything that you need. Imagine by December you get so good, we match you with an influencer that has 300,000 followers, 500,000 followers. You guys do a launch together. That launch is $1 million launch. You guys make $1 million in like a week or two or so from that launch. If you just took, let's say you are taking basically 30% of that, and let's say it's $1 million after expenses, for example, you get to keep $300,000 by the end of the year. You technically need just one project a year that can literally like change your life. This is life-changing money from one launch. And I'm giving you the worst case scenario if you like have no launches all the way until December that you're so good at it, right? Now, of course, a lot of you guys are gonna have more launches. Every single month you're gonna grow and so on and so forth. But both paths use the same system, and both paths can make a lot of money. Whether you want to be the face, whether you want to be the influencer, you just are gonna have to pick which one fits where you are now. Now you can start behind the scenes and then become the expert, right? You can do both at the same time, and that's another option. And of course, also one more thing, we actually opened yesterday the waitlist for my new program that we're going to be talking about later today, which is the launch code. We're going to tell you guys all about it later today after we give you guys all the good sauce, all the good value. But so now here's what you need to know. We only have 200 spots. We only have 200 spots, excuse me guys. And yesterday we had over 4,600 people watching live, and 3,000 of them already filled out the waitlist form. You guys yesterday literally broke the WhatsApp. We had to create a whole nother multiple WhatsApp because we thought we're gonna have 200, 300 people come in. No, you guys like maximized to the max. We had 3,000 people in like different WhatsApp. You guys broke it. Right? And I told you guys it's gonna be an investment, but no one cared. You guys had the energy, you guys were excited, and you guys knew that this is gonna be a life-changing opportunity for a lot of you guys. So yeah, we basically had 3,000, almost 300 orders, as you guys can see in there, that have applied to the waitlist. So today we haven't opened the enrollment yet, but today we're going to be opening the enrollment, and of course priority goes to the people on the waitlist. We have actually officially closed the waitlist, and I'm sure as soon as we launch it and open it live, all the spots are gonna be gone in minutes. I hope, I pray, because I cannot wait to see so many people that we're gonna make them make so much money, win, have that system in their pocket, and then on the next call for the launch code, we actually use their testimonials as one of our success. Like, I want to create so much success, so on our next call we even have more success. And of course, next call is going to be not anytime soon, guys, in the next couple months, but these people are going to be winning by then. So if you want in, stay until the end. Don't message me later saying that you've missed a chance. I'm telling you right now, pay attention. No one is giving this information away, and we are going to be the first to actually give you guys, okay? So now let's talk about what we're going to be talking about today. So today is about the how. How do you actually build an audience if you're starting small? And how do you structure a launch so it actually can convert? Okay, so we're going to really get very, very in a lot of details. Now, someone asked, why do you only have 200 spots? I'll be honest with you guys. For this project, for this program that we're launching, I want to be very involved with everyone's success, right? I want to know what people are doing. I want to look after people. I want to do calls that are going to be group calls with people. I want to really be in the trenches for us to create a massive empire of people that are going to be growth partners and people that are experts, but they have that system in their pocket. So I want to like really be with you guys in the trenches, and I cannot really do and work with more than 200 people. So this is really why, right? So we're going to cover how to basically get 5,000 followers, your first 5,000 followers, even if you're starting from zero. We're going to also be talking about today the 3 phases of a launch, which is the pre-launch, the launch, and the post-launch. And we're going to also talk about the psychology behind why launches work, so you can actually understand what's happening under the surface. Now, by the end of the day, you're gonna basically have a clear picture on what to post today, right? So, what to post, when you can post it, and how you can actually move people from just watching you, from just seeing what you're doing every single day, to people that are literally, I am ready to buy, please take my money. This is what this the skill that we're gonna give you guys, most valuable skill ever. And of course, I also have someone very, very special joining me later today. Some of you guys might remember yesterday I mentioned her. Her name is Layla. She is one of the most successful launch strategists that I know. And you guys are going to get to really hear from her, right? She's the person behind the scenes that have worked with so many of the biggest audiences and have turned their audiences into basically a lot of money from launches, right? She's worked with really like all of them, coaches, people that have huge personal brands, and she's had so much success. So today I asked her to come on for you guys to meet who I work with every single day, because I want you guys not to only hear from me, right? I mean, I think you guys love hearing from me, but I want you guys to like hear from someone else that does something completely like the opposite of what I do, behind the scenes, not in front of the camera, the brain behind all of it, for you to see both side of the spectrum, because it's gonna be, you guys are gonna fall in love with her. So I cannot wait. She's going to share some of the biggest mistakes that she have done, some things that you guys can avoid. She's also going to be answering, Layla's getting so much love in the chat. I love that. So she's also going to answer all the questions that you guys have live. Now, I need you guys to promise me to not break the chat like you guys broke it yesterday, because that was not okay. I could not read not one message because the messages were like pop, 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 pop. You guys were just copying, pasting, and I'm like, okay, guys, let's not do that today. So if you have a question to ask, start thinking about it now. Maybe write it down so Layla can answer. So she's gonna be joining at the end. But first, let's actually train you guys. Let's give you some information. Let's give you some skills that will help you a lot. Make a lot of money if you just listen to me. Just listen to me, okay? So that way, when she comes on, you're gonna have the foundation, and then everything that she says will even hit harder. Capiche? Does that sound like a good plan? Let me know in the chat. Put the chat on slow mode. I don't know how to do that. That's too much technology. I'm gonna ask my team to do that if they know how to do that. Wow, a lot of you guys are telling me to put the chat on slow mode. How do you guys know so much about technology more than me? I'm so proud of you. Okay? So if you're ready to learn from someone who have helped generate tens of millions in launches, let's get into it. So my focus today, guys, is me and Layla is one thing. For us to show you how to run your first launch or close your first partnership with a creator. That's it. That's like literally the mission that we're on. And while 99% of people are gonna, of course, watch, waiting for the perfect moment, there's gonna be the 1%, and that's all we need, right? At the end of the day, there is a dynamic in this world that 99% of the world are not going to be making the money that they want to be making, and 1% of people are going to be making the big money. That's just the reality, right? Now, if you want to be a part of the 1%, you got to do what 99% of the people are not doing. And that's how I live my life. Anytime I see a lot of people doing something, I'm like, oh, we're not doing that. Too many people doing that. We're not doing that. And of course, as long as they're not successful, not healthy. But if they're successful, I'm following the 1%. I'm following the people that have all the assets, life that I really want. So all of that is going to be broken down inside the launch code. Take action, okay? So people are landing their first creator partnership within weeks, guys. By the end of the first month, we are seeing real launches, real products, real money hitting bank accounts within just literally like weeks, just like Vusala, okay? So when she joined, this is actually one of also our mentors. She was just a beginner. She never had big launches under her belt, no clear system. She just wanted to make really $5,000 a month. Who here can, relate to her? English is not even her first language. And here's actually what happened. She landed a partnership with an international fashion and style creator. Their first launch together brought in $30,000. Okay? $30,000 after weeks. So today, Vusula is a mentor inside the Launch Code, and she went from beginner to running 5-figure launches, and now even teaching others how to do the same things in months, guys, not years, right? They have generated $30,000. Think of how much she have made from taking a percentage of that revenue, because we said usually growth partners, how much do they make? They make anywhere from 20%, 30%, 50% of the revenue within weeks of learning that system. So here's what I need to understand, right? It does not matter if you don't have an audience. It does not matter if English is not your first language. It does not matter where you are starting from. You can always land an incredible partnership and make a lot of money from this system. That's really what I want us to understand. And today I'm going to prove to you something, because you are literally just one launch away from completely changing your life. Whether you want to be, of course, the face of the brand, or you want to be behind the scenes, it does not matter. It literally takes one launch to change everything for you. But as long as you understand how to do that launch properly. And here is, of course, the unfair advantage. 99% of creators are literally sitting. You know what? The other day I actually posted a story. I said, I have a growth partner that have helped me grow so much, right? For all the creators, experts that want to be that want to have a partner, drop me a partner in my DMs. And guys, I have my little Instagram that I just started, my little humble Instagram with 20,000 followers. I got over 1,000 from just a story by mistake. 1,000 people replying, partner, can you please find me a growth partner? And these are people that have 50,000 followers, 30,000 followers, 100,000 followers. Some of them had even 500,000 followers. They are looking for a growth partner. Like, there's so much money to be made in this industry. Now, even for the people that are not looking for a growth partner, you need to master launches as an expert, as a creator, because if you understand it, you master it, you're gonna look at money differently. You're not gonna be posting every single day, hoping someone buy, please someone buy. Please. Like, no, this is a whole structure. It's a whole strategy, right? So you're here, you're learning a system that most people probably won't even know about for 2 to 3 years. You guys are getting in, not early, like you guys are getting in before even it's a trend, because it's such like a discreet market that no one wants you guys to know about. But do you guys understand why no one wants you guys to know about? Like, does it make sense why? Because of how much money is made from the people that are doing the launches and people that are being growth partners. They don't want you to know. They don't want to teach you that. But then comes Afnan, your big sister that wants everyone to win. And this is why the demand for this is like 1,000x higher than the supply. You're so early, guys. You're like so early that it is like impossible for you to apply this system and not blow up over the next 12 months. Impossible if you apply the exact system and perfect it how we're teaching it to you guys. So let me ask you something. For the creators that, are watching, why did you actually build a personal brand in the first place, right? Let me know in the chat. If you're a creator, if you're an expert, why did you build a personal brand? Give me like the real reason. Tell us. No one wants to tell me the real reason. Leverage. Okay, Mina. To help people. Okay. To make money. To leverage. Oop, someone said it, right? which I'm gonna talk about in a second. But for those of you guys that want to stay behind the scenes, also, why did you choose this path? What made you want to get into this space, right? And I'm telling you guys, I asked this question to thousands of people, and guys, usually the answer is one word, right? I know you guys are saying money, but money means something, right? What does money mean? Money means freedom. You want freedom to buy anything, to be anywhere, to do whatever you desire, to not look at a price. That's really what money is. It gives you options, it gives you freedom. This is why we build our personal brand. This is why you want to work behind the scenes. We want that freedom in our lives. Freedom from a boss telling us what to do, from a schedule that you don't want to have or even choose, from a life that's not on your terms. This is why people come here. And here's what breaks my heart. So many people enter this space of, I'm a creator, I'm going to be an influencer, and they chase the freedom, but literally they get everything but freedom, right? They're still trading time for money. They're still trying to wear different hats and different outfits. Think about it. Like, if you're a coach, consultant, service provider, what does your life actually look like? You're literally on another hamster wheel all the time, chasing clients. And I see my own friends that are fitness influencers stressed, exhausted every single day, that I'm like, I think a job is way easier than what you're doing, because you look drained. Okay? You're in the DMs all day trying to close people. You're on calls constantly. You're waking up every morning wondering if anyone today is going to buy. And if you stop, even for a day, even for a week, even for a month, the money will stop. You basically like are the cashier of your own business. If you skip a shift, the store closes and you don't get any sales. And I want that to like really sink in with you guys, because at the end of the day, we're posting content. We want the followers, we want the brand. But do I look like I still want to be stuck chasing, being a cashier, being anxious all the time about money, being anxious about freedom? When am I going to get my next paycheck? When is the next client's going to come? No, that's not why I wanted to build this. That's not what I signed up for. So why are we still using systems that keep you stuck? That's what a launch does. A launch system, basically, it sells your own product, your own service through your content. You're not pushing, you're not begging, you're not awkwardly in the DMs, please buy my stuff. No, there's no awkward conversations, right? And here is what most people don't realize. With launches, you're actually not doing more work. You're doing the same work you've always done, which is creating content. But it's not random. It's not just, let's try something and see what sticks on the wall. No, there is a system, because the only difference is now every piece of content that you are posting has a purpose, and you know why you're posting it, and you're tracking the numbers behind it. Every post, every story, every reel, it's all leading somewhere. What is it leading to? A sale. But here's why I also want you to understand, before it's too late, you need a system before you blow up, not after. And not a lot of people are going to tell you guys that, by the way. The system comes before you blow up, before you have the millions of people. Before I've had the system before I hit 1 million followers, before my DMs were all over crazy. No, we had the system already ready. It was in place. So not before and not after, it is before. So if you're growing your following today, but you have no system to monetize, you're literally handing your money to someone else, right? Because every follower is worth something. Every view is literally worth something. And right now, that value is leaking out your account every single day, right? Even if you have like 10,000 followers, even if you even have only 1,000 followers, you have power. You have 1,000 people. Have you guys ever seen 1,000 people in a room? Do you guys know how many 1,000 people are? Like, how many heads is that? That's a lot. Have you guys ever seen weddings with 1,000 people? It's like, oh my God, it's a lot. But then we look at it as a number on social media and we think it's not a lot. And as that number grows, the responsibility to actually do something with it, it also grows. Think about it like this. growing followers without an offer is like literally having like the best fanciest store. From outside it looks so nice, you have the aesthetic, you have the marble, you have the gold, it's like flashy lights, and then when you look inside, it's literally empty shelves. There's nothing inside to buy from this amazing store that looks so nice. And this is how a lot of you guys are running social media like. And here's what makes it worse. Your audience, by the way, guys, they don't wait forever. If you don't give them something to buy, like this is the thing, guys, okay? People are like, well, I don't want to sound so salesy. I don't want to sell to people. Maybe I don't want to be that person. I just want everything to just. I love people that I actually buy from because I'm like, oh my God, you're always giving me a reason to spend. I love spending money. That's my favorite thing to do. Well, second favorite, right? My first favorite is to make money. The second favorite is to spend. I love to shop. I love buying programs. I love investing in myself. I love buying things. So why are you guys always so scared to sell if people love to buy? Let me know if shopping is not your favorite thing in the world in the chat. Please, and please be honest. We love to spend money. We love to shop. We love to buy things. As long as it's the right thing that I actually want and I align with it. So your audience, they don't wait forever. If you don't give them something to buy, they're going to spend that money on someone else. They're going to buy from someone else. They're going to engage and they're going to forget about you. So your following is depreciating every single day you actually don't have an offer. That's why you need an offer. That's why you need a launch system. Not someday, now. And you guys know me. Like, I don't do things someday, one day, somehow. No. We do. Let's go. Let's go. What are we waiting for? Now. This is how I talk to my team. Now. This problem solved. Now. Figure it out. Now, I know a lot of you guys are thinking, okay, Afnan, I only have a few hundred followers, maybe even 1,000. Does that even apply to me? Yes, more than anyone. Because here's what happens when you finally go viral. And eventually, of course, you will, right? If you understand what you're doing, if you're posting constantly, eventually you are going to go viral. But if you go viral and you don't have an offer ready, and if you don't have a system in place, all these new followers, they're gonna come look around in this amazing empty store. They're gonna be like, what is happening in here? What do you do? Oh, you're just cute? We don't care about cute. Like, no. And they're gonna move on to someone who have already has their stuff together. So yesterday I showed you examples of people with millions of followers making millions of dollars. Now let me show you what's possible when you're just getting started, okay? So this is one of our, I love her. This is Mary, okay? So Mary came into my program with a brand new account, like literally starting from zero, okay? And her simple goal, which she actually wrote in the application, we have an application when someone, gets started. We literally asked them, what is your number one goal for the next 3 months? And her answer was, being able to rely on an income of my new project, not direct sales anymore. That's it. She did not want to be selling all the time. Sell. She want to rely on that income. So here's what happened. She actually grew her account to 460 followers. 400 followers, guys. Now, you might be thinking like, Afnan, that's it? Really? And only from 460 followers following our strategy, from that tiny audience, she has generated 6,500 on her first launch. Drop a congratulations to Mary in the chat. Come on, man. Drop a congratulations to Mary in the chat. What a boss. What, with 400? Imagine when she grows to 10K, how much she would be making. Imagine when she has 100,000, how much she'd be making. But because she have mastered that system, the launch system, that's it. She's smart, but she's not a genius. She doesn't have no extra special powers that we don't have. No, she just used our launch system. And now, of course, she's gonna continue growing, and every new follower she gains walk into a store that already has something to sell, and they're gonna buy and she's gonna sell, right? So this was her. Um, Shortly after, I launched my very first high ticket program and generated over 6,500 in sales almost immediately after launching, right? Beyond the numbers, the brand could have helped me deeply strengthen my understanding of social media branding. What a boss. Like, just, I'm so proud of Mary. So, so proud. Because these results are actually unheard of. Tell me who, with 400 followers, makes 6,500 immediately after from one launch, please. Now imagine if she repeats that over and over again. Now, does that make sense to you guys? And I wanted to show you guys someone with small followers, so it shows you that it does not matter if you're starting from zero. All you need is a small following, but a system with it. That is it. So let's build yours. Are we ready to get into the nitty and gritty? Pens, papers, classroom in action. Let's go, guys. Because I'm about to show you exactly how to grow your first 5,000 followers, and then the launch structure that's going to turn these followers into money. Let's go, okay? Let's imagine this scenario. Meet Stacy. What a cute, beautiful girl with such nice dimples. I wish I have dimples. But anyway, meet Stacy, right? She's a web designer. She's amazing at web designing. She has 3 years of experience. Right now, she is making $2,000 to $3,000 a month freelancing. She also sells like one-on-one services through Instagram, but that's usually the average that she makes. She wants to launch her first course and start teaching web design to other people that want to master that skill. So Stacy, let's say she already has an audience. She already has 50,000 followers from Reels that she has gained, and her average story views are like 3,000. So 3,000 people watch her story. Now, these numbers are enough to launch, okay? So how we're gonna launch it with Stacy? Step number 1. We are gonna do the product packaging. And I need you guys to write this down, okay? Product packaging. So Stacy's job is to decide, number 1, what exactly am I selling? She also needs to decide who is that thing for and what's the price, which are things that we talked about yesterday. But these are the 3 things that she has to figure out. What am I selling? Who is it for? What's the price? So the goal is to create a course that solves a real problem and makes people want it. I mean, that's the goal. No matter what skill you have, what expertise you have, your goal is to solve a problem that exists and makes people's life easier. Okay? Now, take a screenshot of this, but what packaging includes? Here is what goes into product packaging. Number 1, you need a name. You need it to be clear, interesting, and results-based. The second thing that you need in the packaging, you need an audience, right? You need to understand, who is this for? Is this for beginners? Is this for moms? Is this for students? Is this for office workers that want to be freelancers? Who is the audience for? Number 3, you need the outcome. This is the specific result that you're going to be promising. Example, build the landing page and earn $300 per project. It's very straightforward, very simplified, and it tells people what they're going to be getting. Then there is the curriculum, okay? So how many modules and videos are going to be there? 5 to 10 modules usually is the average good module number, but they need to have clear outcome from every single module. And then you're going to also have to decide in the packaging, the options and the pricing. What buyers can choose from, right? Maybe they can choose basic, which is recording and homework. Maybe they're going to do the mid, which is like support and a community chat. Or VIP, which is direct feedback and personal recommendations. So these are like the options of the pricing that you can give people. And then, okay, someone said, I don't even own my house yet. Yeah, perfect. This is why you need to make money to own a house, right? You make money and then you buy the house. I hope you guys know that, right? You don't buy the house and then make money. Support. This is also included in the packaging. Who helps the students or the people that are going to be buying? You, or is it a team? And then what bonuses you're going to be giving to people that are going to be interested, because that's what makes the offer like, oh my god, a yes, because you gave them so many bonuses, and people love bonuses, they feel special. So I hope you guys took notes. Okay, now once Stacy has all of these written down clearly, she has a product concept. She understands the packaging of the product. Now, the next step is to turn that concept into a simple page people can understand and then they can buy from. Now, 3 mistakes that kill launches at the start. Take a screenshot of this. This is very important. 3 mistakes. The first mistake is a mismatch with your audience. Example, let's say her followers are beginners, but she's trying to sell to like advanced pro people all about web, and no one is like even understanding what she's talking about. The second mistake is mismatch with the market, right? Maybe you have competitors that are offering something way better, way clearer, maybe stronger for less. So you gotta be aware who's your competitors, what's out there in the market, and how you can be differentiated from all these people. You don't have to be the cheapest, but you need a competitive advantage that you can brag about. And then the third mistake that people do as well is they have a weak product structure. So if you have a great launch, an amazing system, right, that cannot save a weak product. The product has to be good, because if people love the product, they are going to brag about it. They're going to refer people to it. So inside the launch code, we actually have a full section dedicated, a full module dedicated to building the product that actually holds up, that matches with your audience, that matches with the market, and it's a strong product. So how do you make the product actually land? So before building the full program, Stacy needs proof that it will actually sell, because that's the whole point. So here's what that looks like. Number 1, she's gonna study competitors to make sure her offers actually can compete. Number 2, she's gonna do quick 10 calls with her followers, and she's gonna listen to the real feedback, because the best feedback is to get from people that could have bought your product or service. You wanna know, what do they want? How can you help them? What's a good price? All of that is very important. We're not just gonna launch things just because we think they're good. No one cares what you think. Study the market. Ask people that are following you. Ask your audience. Look at your competitors. And then the third thing she's gonna do is she's gonna run an Instagram survey, and then she's gonna also watch how people actually react. She's gonna look at the answers. She's gonna analyze. These 3 things is gonna give her the proof that whatever she's gonna build actually is gonna sell, because she has already handled these big like things. Okay, so step number 2, bring Stacy already. Step number 2, which is account packaging. That does the first which is product packaging make sense? Let me know in the chat if it makes sense. If you guys took notes, you guys took screenshots, very, very important. Step number 2, account packaging, right? Your profile has to answer 3 questions instantly. It has to answer who you are, what do you do, and why should anyone care? So the 3 rules of account packaging. Number 1, it needs to give instant clarity. So you need to have a good profile picture. Your bio makes it obvious what you do. You're not using fancy words, fancy terms. I need to read your bio and know exactly what you do and how you can help me and what can I buy from you. That is it. If you don't have that, please have that ASAP. The second thing is easy navigation. What is in your pinned post on Instagram, right? In your highlights, what do you have? Do you make it easy for people to understand what do you do? Or do they just keep guessing and just scrolling? They know you do something, but they don't understand it. This is why I just look at everyone that I've never bought from. It's because I really don't know how they can help me. Like, that's really it. They probably have an amazing product, but they always make it so complicated to find what the product is, to understand the product. For me to understand how you can help me, like, please just make it simple. How can you help Afnan Khalifa? And that's what you need to always think about for your account packaging, your social media packaging. And then you need content that actually looks like, okay, it's worth following this account. If a page looks like yours, would you follow it? And I need you guys to be honest. Because a lot of you guys wouldn't follow yourself if you were on the other side. You'll be like, what is this person doing? They don't even post, they don't even say anything valuable. They're confused. So why would I follow them? And this goes to Instagram and TikTok, guys. Does that make sense? So your page should feel active, it should feel useful and alive. Now, what Stacy should put in the highlights, what should she put in the highlights? And this applies to Instagram, okay? She should keep it simple. 3 to 5 highlights that hit the pain and the solution, right? So what's the pain of the audience? What do they struggle with? And then the solution. And then 1 to 2 client story results. So 1 to 2 of the highlights having stories of clients and their results to show what she does. And then 1 highlight that sells, how to work with you or about the program, that explain what the program is, how they can get started, how they can pay. So examples, right? Let's say this is the highlight of Stacy. It can be design tips, behind the scenes, results, work with me. And now people are going to go through that. They're going to understand exactly what she means by that and how Stacy can actually help someone. Now, what should Stacy put on the grid on her feed, right? She should pin 3 reels that have performed the best, maybe have got her a lot of views, a lot of comments. But not only that, they should show her expertise, because that's at the end of the day what you want. You want people to be like, oh, wow, you do that? This is what you're good at? Okay, perfect. Not, oh, this just went viral and it has nothing to do. I'm just talking about a relationship. I'm going to pin it. No, that's just your ego saying, oh, pin the most viral one. No, pin the one that performed best, but it also shows your expertise, how you're good. And then post at least 6 to 9 pieces. I hope you're posting more. This is like if you're just starting, by the way. So your account does not look empty. So here's how, right? My students do it, and this is what results it have brought. So this is one of our students, an amazing woman named Tara, right? When she started with us, she had way less than 2,000 followers. I think this is like mid even working with us. We've helped her with her social media, with her reels, with scripting, with launching her program, all of the above, with her bio. And it went from basically this to after basically this, right? She has basically her highlights on point. She has her bio. People understand exactly what she does. And she has also pinned her best reels that are also talking about her expertise. Now, step number 3, we're going to talk about content and the first reels. And guys, this is if you're just starting out. Now, a lot of you guys have already posted before, so you're going to have to do way more than this. But the goal is Stacy needs to fill her account with useful content so people can trust her, so she can show people what she's good at, her expertise, and that will always bring in leads, right? Now, okay, Afnan, well, where can Stacy get ideas from? Perfect. Stacy can get ideas from competitor research, right? She's going to go to any competitor accounts, any people that are big in her industry. She's going to look what is working for them, what is performing, what got the most views, the most shares, the most likes. And then she's going to take note to that, and she's going to replicate it, duplicate it with her own words, with her own expertise, but similar. She's going to recreate it with her own way, with her own language. The second thing that she's going to do is simple ChatGPT prompts, right? You can ask ChatGPT for ideas. You can work with ChatGPT, but you have to really work with it to give you more specific, tailored to your niche, your industry. For example, give me 50 questions beginner web designers usually have. You see how that can literally give you a lot of insight on what beginners usually ask, and you can discuss these as your content on social media. So that's what Stacey's gonna do. And then also personal experience, right? Think about what was the hardest thing for you on your journey when you were starting out, and you want to talk about these moments because a lot of people can relate to that. Now, what to film for Reels? For Reels, for you to go viral, you're going to be talking about the how-to content, the mistakes and the myths. You're going to also talk about case studies. You're going to talk about lists and tools. So her account is beneficial. People are learning from it. And if they're learning and she gives so much value, of course they're going to buy from her, right? So she can do examples how to build website in 30 minutes, 5 reasons your website doesn't convert, how I built a landing page in 2 days and made $500. Like very interesting ideas that people would want to hear. 3 tools I never start a project without, right? And again, guys, you don't need a big team, a studio, professional equipment. Guys, this phone that we all have, this iPhone phone, it works perfect. People are craving raw, genuine, natural conversations that you can have through the phone. This is what performs the absolute best, not the high quality with a billion videographers and a billion photographers. No, that is literally not what works best right now. So here's Stacey's tasks, right? She's gonna create 10 to 20 videos in her first month. Now, if I am the tough love coach, which I am, I would tell Stacey to do the 10 to 20 videos in her first week, not even the first month, right? But we need her account to not look empty. I need her to always deliver value about her industry, about her niche, and to make people want to follow her because she gives so much value. Now, after that, step number 4, now we're getting into the growing the audience. So if Stacey, she doesn't have a budget, or if you are her growth partner and decide that you want to start organically, basically all the growth that you're going to have is from Reels, right? You don't want to spend money on ads. Perfect. Reels work amazing. I grew my whole social media from Reels and TikToks. Works amazing. Now, the key is for her to find the format that bring followers to her. Now, how is she going to know the format? Is because she's going to post 10 to 20 within her first week to test. We're going to test quick. She can test these in a month or in a week. I like massive action to get massive results. That's how I think. So she's going to test formats. She's going to test ideas to see what gets the most engagement. Whatever gets the most engagement, she's going to go deeper into that. Someone said, me with an Android, I needed to get an iPhone ASAP because, and I'm not trying to be, no technology on you guys or a hater of Android. I think Android is great, but all social media platforms are compatible with Apple, unfortunately. So Apple will give you the best quality on these platforms. Even if you think Android has the best phone, I'm telling you, these these apps only work with Apple. So sorry to tell you guys, please get an iPhone. Now, once Stacey sees what format gets her the most views, her job is to double down on exactly that. Whatever gets me the most views and format from what we tested, the 10 to 20 reels, now I'm going to film 20 to 30 reels in that same format, okay? And that way, now we know what people want to say, what people want to see, for example. So this is just the surface. Now, of course, inside the launch code, we actually have an entire Reels block that breaks down the full system on how you can grow with Reels, especially when you are launching, okay? But I hope that makes sense. We broke it down for you guys to know that it's simple. It's about doing these steps that I just gave you and then getting better and better and better until you find formats that work. And then whatever works, double down, get better at it. Better topic, okay? Now, step number 5, building anticipation. Now, if you already have an audience, let's say you have the followers, you're going to have to skip step 2, 3, and 4 that I just talked about. These were for people that are starting from 0. Now, in step number 5, we are going to build the anticipation, which is one of the most important things during a launch. So after our audience analysis and we did the product packaging, we go straight into warm up. Now we're going to get into the juicy things. Now with Stacey, the goal is simple. We want to make people who watch her want the product that she is going to launch. That's really it. So what Stacy needs to literally Afnan, this is just the surface. You're a gem. I love you guys. Okay. Stacy, during the anticipation period, this is literally what her mission is. She needs to install into her audience mind these things, that web design can make you real money. Now she's gonna open their mindset on web design. You can actually make money. Anyone can make, web design, and you can make money. The second thing is you can start from zero and you can earn your first $1,000. The third thing is you don't need to learn how to code. You don't need to learn all this techie stuff. Fourth thing, you can have a flexible schedule. And then fifth thing, finding clients is realistic and easy. Okay, so as soon as she installs in her audience mind all of those, at its core, warm up is a sequence of content that basically makes people want to buy. It builds that desire. It stacks it up so people feel like, oh my God, I want to buy that product and service because I really want it. You have built my desire for that thing. So every launch starts by defining these meanings very clearly. For Stacy, a 2-week warm up is enough to get people, right? And that warm up is going to be on stories and is going to be on her feed. But for in 2 weeks, she's going to have people replying to stories. She's going to have people asking her questions in the DMs. She's going to have people asking her about the program. The next step, she's not going to be answering these people and telling them all about the offer yet. No, her next step is to send them to a free webinar. So a storytelling sequence, by the way, can be anywhere from 3 to 10 stories depending on the message that you want to deliver. Okay, so this is basically a storytelling sequence. So every single day on your story for 2 to 3 weeks, depending how long the warm-up phase is gonna be, 3 to 10 stories a day, depending on the message that you want to deliver, right? So here is an example of how I build anticipation for every single launch that I have done in the past. This is how my stories looked. A picture with wording, me speaking in the videos. And some of you guys have probably seen those in my previous launches. I'm literally showing you guys. You guys are really funny in the chat. I'm not gonna read that comment, but you guys are really funny. Yes, guys, I'm literally teaching you exactly what I have done and what I do to make money. Like, nobody does this. Please, guys. Like, giving you the real sauce. Giving you exactly what we do. Come on. Come on now, right? But this is what we've done. Anytime we have launched, these are the stories that we have posted. Just like that. You've read them, you liked them, you joined the free webinar, and that takes me to step number 6. Free webinar. And this is what she's gonna host. Basically, a free webinar is like a free call, a mastermind, a masterclass. You can call it whatever, a YouTube, whatever you want to call it, you can call it. But a free webinar basically shows people a lot of real value about that industry. You want to give people so much value that they trust you, because why would they trust you? Don't be entitled. Don't be thinking, oh my God, I'm so good, I'm not going to give people anything, I'm just going to sell them. No, you need to give people something that even if they don't buy, they go ahead and get success from that information. But a free webinar shows real value, and it increases the excitement for people to buy. A webinar usually is like a full presentation with content, and at the end you're pitching, of course, your offer to people. Usually it's like 90 to 120 minutes for the webinar. Now, why free webinars matter? People don't give so much details in story, in reels, and emails, because you can give so much in those, right? Like, I can tell you guys so much in a story, but you get so much different knowledge and value through the webinars. Like, think of how much value you've got by yesterday's call, by today's call. And this is literally what a free webinar does. So in a free webinar, people need to understand the topic. They need to see how it works and then try something themselves so they are actually sold. So for example, if you are like Stacy, if you teach copywriting, you actually show them how to write. If you teach fitness, you're gonna run a challenge. It's the same principle. You wanna give the real value. So why free webinars matter? It's because it's so hard for people to truly understand the full product, the full service through just stories and reels and emails alone. They need the space to go deeper and to experience it with you on the call. And that exactly happens in a free webinar. So if you teach copywriting, you show them how to write. If you teach fitness, you run a short challenge where they're seeing results. When people actually try something for themselves, they actually start believing you. They believe and it becomes natural, and they believe that they can do it and you're not a special someone so special. So yesterday when I got you guys to start building that foundation, you started believing like, okay, wait, I can actually be an expert. I can actually have my own offer. And that is exactly the whole point. What if I teach makeup? Perfect, right? You give techniques, you give free value, you give tip. Oh my God, I could literally launch a whole business for you right now. Please don't get me started. Please don't get my brain juices literally started right now. So that's why Stacy, she's gonna run a free workshop, and she's gonna call it Build a Website in 15 Minutes. So if I'm in the tech space, how exciting would that be? Like, build a website in 15 minutes. Wait, what? I want to learn. And she invites people to the webinar and she gives them a reason to stay until the end. So during the workshop, Stacy, what does she do? She builds a website live with people together with the audience. She makes the process feel simple. It makes it achievable. She gives them tips. She gives them value. She proves in real time that websites, once you create it, you can actually make 500, 1,000. Actually, matter of fact, I know people that literally have paid $20,000, $30,000 for their website. I don't know about no thousand. We're keeping it so conservative for you guys. I literally know people, most people that I know have paid probably over 5,000, 6,000 for a website. And I know like 10 people that literally have paid over 10K. And I'm not even joking. Okay, so by the end, people don't just understand the idea, they actually believe that it's possible for them to build that website, to make money building websites. And that's when she invites them to apply for the full program that she's going to be teaching everything, funnels, from a website, from A to Z. And that takes me to step number 7, which is sales. So after Stacy, she ran the free webinar, she builds the anticipation for the program, she opens the sales through the stories, right? A simple sales flow is she announced the enrollments in the stories, she collect the application for free one-on-one calls so she can maybe answer their questions, see if she can help that person, and then on a 20 to 30 minute call, she answers the questions and then she closes people. Step number 8 is tantara. We are in the like setup stage. Now we are in the setup. So this is when you're gonna put the full system in place, from collecting the payments to actually delivering the program. Now, the most important thing here to understand is, guys, there's gonna be a lot of tools that you can be using. There's so many tools, but you don't need anything so complex to start. To start, take a screenshot of this. Simple solutions are more than enough, right? And here's what the setup includes. To get applications, just do them through Google Form. To get people's survey and stuff. To build a website, right? Now, of course, Stacey is teaching website, but beside that, you can build it on simple platforms like WordPress or even Squarespace. To take payments from people, you're gonna use payment processors such as WAP or Stripe to collect payments. This is like where you send them a link. Here's their link, pay this money. And then of course it goes to your bank. So WAP, we use WAP, people use Stripe as well. I love WAP. And then to host the call, the webinar, she can just do it on Zoom. And then to deliver the program, the course, She can do it on a lot of platforms, right? Like Kajabi, like Teachable. You can even do it on WAP. There's so many, School. But here's where you can put the course delivery. This is where you're going to be putting the course. Now, once this is all set up, the launch is fully operational and ready to scale. And the most amazing thing about having your own program is you make it once and you make money for a very long time on that one thing that you've created. You don't have to always add and create new stuff. You can just keep selling it over and over again. Okay? Now, step number 9 is deliver the program. You need to give people a good program, like we said, and then collect case studies. You want to get testimonials. You want to give people, you want to help people make money, really. Give people amazing results, because if you do that, then people are like, wow, Stacy is the best. So Stacy's real focus is for her to have happy clients that are getting the results, so she can market their results and of course get even more clients. And of course, quality here matters very, very much, because once Stacy delivers the program and she gets a lot of good testimonials, good people saying amazing things about her program, she can repeat the exact same steps for the next time, for the next cohort, and grow even the results to bigger and better. The more she grows her, then boom, you have a program, you've made money, people have learned a skill, now they're making money. It is a win-win-win situation, right? Guys, these steps literally work everywhere. It doesn't matter the language, it doesn't matter the niche. The audience size only changes the scale. So of course, the more followers you have, the more money you make, right? That's just, especially if it's the right audience and you know exactly how to put the launch system in place. So everything I'm showing you here, we go of course into way more details. I'm just giving you the surface, because for a lot of people, this is like, wait, I'm still trying to understand what Afnan is saying. But we go into like so much details inside the launch code, which is the program that I built around a proven system that has already generated over $20 million across so many creators in so many different niches, right? This is, guys, the same system that I have used every single launch that I have launched with. And one of the launches, we literally made $1 million in like a couple days, right? So I personally used it, and it just shifted the way that I look at business and we make money. It shifted. My life changed in 2025 just because this system. I have never made the money that I have made before I have learned this system, the launch system. My life, my stress, how I run my business is completely different all after. Like, I cannot think of making money in any industry, by the way, in anything that we're gonna do without this launch system. This is how powerful this is. Friends come up to me and tell me, oh my God, I'm launching this. I'm just thinking, wait, you need to do X, Y, Z, da, da, da. And they're like, wait, how do you know so much? What are you talking about? It's one launch system that you literally can apply it to anything you launch, and you can make so much money from it, right? And of course, in just few moments, Layla's gonna join us and she's gonna tell you more about the launch world. You're gonna hear from her perspective as well, so stay tuned until the end, especially if you want to work behind the scenes, because she's gonna literally tell you guys all the secrets on how to find and close your first creator partnership. But before that, I want to show you one more example, probably like the craziest probably the craziest one of our team. Are we ready? Okay, so meet Christina, right? She is a part of the Launch Code team. She is a growth partner with years of experience, and she has ran like probably such high level launches of a lot of big creators that you don't even know that Christina is behind the scenes of these creators, okay? But her story is not what you expect. So Christina is from a tiny town in Eastern Europe. I'm talking about like literally a place where like the average salary is like $600 a month. She did not come from wealth. She did not come from a rich family. She and her sister were raised by a beautiful single mom. So no, she didn't have connection. She's not so special. I mean, she's special to us, but she's not so special. No safety net. No one gave her the opportunities, or, oh my God, she's a genius. No, When she was 18, she moved to a bigger city. She had this dream of I want to start my own business. I want to help my family. I want to build something that is real, that is going to give me the freedom. And for years, she was working the random jobs, hustling, trying to make it through university. And one thing, guys, about Christina is she's ambitious. She's a hard working woman. She she's hardworking, but that if you're hardworking, that doesn't mean, guys, that you're gonna be making money. Let me just be very honest with you guys. A lot of you guys in the chat are probably extremely hardworking people. That does not mean that you're gonna be making a lot of money. Then she discovered launches. So she started working behind the scenes with a lot of creators, and within a year, guys, I'm not exaggerating, her life literally entirely changed to the point where you wouldn't even recognize her. She started landing international creators that are all the way all around the world while still living in Eastern Europe. And then she made a massive, huge breakthrough. She partnered up with one of the most well-known figures in the relationship coaching, right? We're not going to disclose who it is, but this creator had over 400,000 followers, and Christina was the one running the launch behind the scenes. How crazy is that? Within 1 year alone as a growth partner. So within the first 3 months of working together, they actually generated over $600,000 in revenue from one partnership in 90 days. And you guys can literally see the number here, right? 558 accepted payments, which is $614,000. One launch, 3 months, one launch, $600,000 in revenue. Insane. Insane. Right? Systems makes you money, absolutely. So today, Christina actually moved to Chicago, right? She built the life that she have always wanted to live. She wanted to live in the big city. She has an incredible circle of people around her, mentors, friends, collaborators who actually support her. And she literally went from someone who was just surviving to someone that's actually building something so powerful. Now, Christina is going to be talking to you guys, and you're going to be asking her all the questions they want to ask her on day 3, which is tomorrow. So she's going to share even more of her story, how she went from 0 to running 6 and 7 figure launches, how she literally landed like such a huge top partnership, and how she did it all while being behind the scenes. She doesn't have no social media, guys. She doesn't post. Like, she doesn't care about any of that. She just cares about helping the other creator make money, because that means that she also makes a lot of money. And she's also part of the Launch Code. So every week she's going to be hosting live sessions alongside me and Layla. So inside the Launch Code program, we're going to be hosting basically 3 calls every single week, one with Layla, one with Christina, one with me, and you're going to be literally learning live with us. How insane, guys. So let me ask you, do you see it now? Do you see how it can be so possible for you? So possible. So these are real people inside the system. And on my next webinar, I want to talk about the next crazy success that is going to be one of you guys that is literally in the comments. I want you to be on the call, sharing your success, sharing what you've done, whether it's your launch or you work with another creator and you help them with their launch and you made that crazy success. I want you to be the next success story that we're going to be bringing on the call next time. I see it for you. I want you to see it for yourself. I want your next success to be on my calls, okay? So here's where we are, okay? I just showed you the exact system, the 3 phases, right? We showed you the psychology and the step-by-step roadmap for every single launch, right? And of course, there's so much details that goes into all of that, but as long as you guys see the vision, you understand, and then now you can go execute. I showed you stories that actually proved it's actually possible. Now you have everything that you need to build your first launch on your own. And for some of you guys watching, a lot of you guys, this is going to be like, this is enough, right? I can take these frameworks. I'm going to go implement it myself. I'm going to start seeing results. And this free content, guys, if you apply everything that we just talked about, it works. It works. It's simple, but it works. But I know there is that percentage of you guys thinking, Afnan, I don't just want the strategy and the blueprint. I want someone that's actually gonna help me do this. I want the templates, I want the scripts, I want feedback. I want to know that I'm not gonna mess this up. I want someone to literally walk with me step by step so I don't feel alone. And if that's you, and if you want the shortcut and you don't want to waste uh, months, years trying to figure it out on your own, you want the support, you want the certainty, then of course I have something that I want to show you guys, if that's cool with you guys, okay? So a lot of people are asking me, Afnan, well, why did you build this? And for years I always get the same DMs. People always ask me the same things, right? Afnan, I watch your content. I know I'm inspired. I need to launch, but I don't know how to start. Afnan, I have the followers, but I'm not making money. Please help. How do you make money? I literally had a client that just messaged me yesterday. They have over 200,000 followers. They've been in the space. We knew each other for the past 6 years in the space. They've seen me grow so much, and they're like, how? When I started, they already had 100,000 followers. I had like 10,000 followers. They've seen me make so much money, scale so much. They're like, okay, I've watched you for the past 5 years. I was literally making way more than you, girl. Show me your way. Like, you're clearly doing something that's right, because for the past years you've been winning on a crazy scale. You keep growing, scaling, and it's not normal. And I'm like, of course it's not normal. Let me give you the secrets. And then he joined our program as well yesterday. Literally joined the launch call. He was the first person to actually join, but because he was a friend of mine that I knew from way, way before, from like literally 5-6 years. And here is what really frustrates me, right? Most people, guys, they're not lazy, right? You're probably in the comments right now. You are smart. You are talented. You know that you have it in you, but you just don't have a system. You might even have an audience, people that want to buy from you, but you don't have the system that actually makes people want to buy. You have an audience who has an expertise. People want to buy from you, but they don't know how to turn that into money. And this is literally like 99% of the economy of the creators, of the experts. They were one launch away from just changing everything, but they were stuck because, again, nobody teaches this information, and for a reason, guys. Like, no one wants to tell you guys how they're making money, of course, duh. But I'm different, okay? So I asked myself the question, right? What if I can take just everything that I know about launches, everything that has made me, my students, hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, and I want to put it into one package that anyone in any industry, in any niche, can take it and follow it. I wanted templates that you can copy. I wanted scripts that you can literally copy, paste, and make money from. I wanted to give you the roadmap day by day that you can actually follow. And this is exactly why we've been spending so long. We wanted to build this for you guys over 5-6 months ago. That's how I knew this is gonna change so many lives, but I'm like, I need to make so much money from launches to show you guys. I need to help other people make money from launches to show you guys. I need my growth partners to make insane money to show you guys so much proof, because this secret, we've already knew it. We wanted to give it to you guys for a very long time, but I think now is the right time, right? So it's my genuine happy pleasure to introduce to you guys the launch code, okay? So the complete system that you're gonna go from idea to income in 90 days or less. Any idea that you have, whether you're launching your own product or you're partnering up with creators, okay? So before we go any further, I want to remind you guys that, of course, there is over 3,000 people on the wait list right now in the WhatsApp groups, and there's only 200 spots. I know that sounds crazy, and a lot of you guys asked, but again, I don't want this to be one of those programs where you join, you get like lost in the sea of people and no one ever know your name. No, I want to know every single person's name. I want to be in the calls with you. I want Layla and Christina to also be there with you guys. I actually want to see you launch and give you tips and like literally be in the trenches with you guys, watching, overseeing all of it. And that only works if we keep it small. So here's what's gonna happen. Enrollments open today at the end of this session. I'm expecting, of course, for this to sell out very quickly. But you remember what happened yesterday? The waitlist. You guys literally like broke it. We had to like scramble to open like new WhatsApp groups for you guys because a lot of you guys joined at the same time. Now I'm about to show you everything that's inside the launch code. So if you already feel like this is for you, stay close, and then after you guys are gonna get to talk to Layla. Okay? Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay. Of course, next time I host something like this, I want to spend the whole time talking about all the success stories. But let me walk you through exactly what you're going to be getting. First, the training itself. Guys, this is not going to be some just course with like 47 modules that you're never going to finish and so many ideas and so many like just so much information, because this industry, there's a lot of information. No, this is 9 focused modules designed to take you from zero to your first profitable launch. Simple, that makes money. I don't want to teach no fluff, no not cute things. I want to teach you guys how to make money. Pure, simple. Okay? So here's what comes in module 0. This is going to be like your launch game plan. So now in module 0, here's the things that we're going to discuss. Before we do anything else, we need to figure out what's your path, right? Are you going to be launching your own product? Are you going to be partnering up with a creator? Or are you going to be doing basically both, right? We're going to also be talking about what's your income goal? What's the timeline? What do you actually have that we can work with right now? By the end of this module, you're going to basically have a clear plan written, and you know exactly what to do with basically everything, step by step, from beginning to end. That's module 0, okay? Now let's talk about module 1. This is all about picking your launch model. Now, here's something that most people never learn, right? There's actually 7 different ways to run a launch. 7. Not 1. 7, right? So there's the webinars, there's challenges, master classes, story sequences, live events, and many more. And most people just literally copy what they see someone else doing on their story and then they do the same thing. No, that's not how it works, guys, right? So inside this module, I'm going to show you guys all the models and help you pick the one that actually fits your audience, your product, and the situation that you're in. So basically this model is you're gonna see what is the right fit for you to actually be making money with your audience. And if you're gonna be a growth partner, you're gonna also know what fits different creators, so you can actually give the right format, the right way to launch to different people. Module number 2, we're gonna be talking about in this module are about finding your first partner, right? So this is anyone that wants to work behind the scenes with creators. I'm going to show you guys how to find experts who actually have the potential, even if you're starting from zero with no connections, right? We're going to also teach you guys how to tell if someone is actually worth your time for you to invest with them and partner up with them, or it's a total waste of time. We're going to also teach you and give you scripts how to reach out in a way that you actually get responded to. Have the conversation and how to close the deal with any influencer out there. So within 2 weeks of this module, you're gonna have real conversations happening with real potential partners. Because again, we're not just gonna be talking and not doing action. We're getting into the nitty and gritty right away. So within weeks. Now, module number 3, we're gonna be talking about understanding your audience. Inside this module, guys, we're gonna give you like the exact framework to analyze your audience, to map out what is their pains, what is their desires, how can I talk them in a way where I get hundreds of thousands of DMs talking to me, telling me, oh my God, no one understands me like you. Please, I want to buy your product. Please, I want to buy something for you. Please, I want to learn from you. This is exactly what we're going to be teaching here. And this is going to become like your content bank, the foundation for every piece of content. You're going to refer to this module. Because any content I post, guys, we don't just post because we think it's nice. No. We post because we know it's going to go viral, because we understand our audience And we're gonna help you literally master that, because once you do that, almost everything you post is gonna be a viral content. Okay, so we're gonna also teach you how to nurture your audience, what's the sequence for every launch you run. So you're gonna warm up the audience, you know what to say, to hit their pains, to attract them, to get them excited, to get them wanting to buy literally before you even tell them that you have something to sell. I'm gonna show you how to talk in a way that makes your audience feel like you're literally the first person to read their mind. Because guys, literally, like, this is what we do, okay? Like, this is literally what, like, I do best, okay? So when you understand how real people think, decide, and buy, selling becomes the easiest thing, because now you're actually helping people. Module number 4 is gonna be about building your warm-up, okay? So in this one, you're gonna actually get the exact 7 to 21 days of content sequence that we use every single time we launch to get literally 10,000, 15,000, 30,000 people on the wait list, on the people joining the webinars, on the registration. This is how we get so many people, because we have an amazing warm-up sequence. And we never tell people these secrets, but we're going to be giving it to you guys, of course, in module number 4, day by day, post by post, word by word. Literally, all you have to do is copy paste and, of course, customize it for your niche, hit publish, watch your audience go from, oh my God, yeah, maybe one day I'm going to buy from them, to like, literally, I want to do this. And we're still on module number 5, okay? In module number 5, we're going to be talking about creating your product, okay? Someone just said, what if I don't have a product? Perfect. Module number 5, we are going to show you how to create a simple product that actually delivers result without you spending months and months building that and building something that no one's buying. We're gonna help you structure it, how to price it, how to position it so people actually want it. Plus, I'm gonna walk you through the tech setups, all these technical steps, things that no one likes, step by step, so you can master it, right? Which platform to use, how to set up everything. I'm gonna share direct links to the exact tools that I'm literally using, so you don't have like hours and months and years researching the best tools. By the end of the module, you're basically gonna have an offer ready to sell and tech that can actually deliver basically all of it. Module number 6, okay? This is gonna be about basically, let me put you guys on a little bit of a charger moment so I can have you here with me forever. Here we go. Module number 6, running your launches like a business. So once the money starts coming in, of course, things get real. This module is gonna teach you how to be organized, who to hire first when you're ready, how to manage a small team, how to track your numbers so you know what's working and what we can double down on, what we should invest in. Like, tracking numbers will literally change your business, because I'm someone that's like, la, 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 la. Once I understood how to track numbers, how to manage numbers, you start being, okay, this is actually a real business and I know exactly what to do to make X amount of dollars, okay? And this is how you go from figuring it out as we go to actually running launches like a professional, and you know exactly before you launch how much money you are going to be making. Module number 7, we're gonna set up your tech, right? And this is like the part that scares people. Pages, emails, automation, payment links. It sounds overwhelming, but we're gonna break it down piece by piece so it's simple. What tools that you actually need, how to connect everything, how to set up without hiring a big developer. And by the end, you're gonna have a complete launch funnel ready to go, and you're gonna actually understand how it works, and it's just easy to use, simple. You have it, boom, you can launch and make money without having literally people spend years figuring out this tech thing alone, or thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars hiring people that probably do it wrong. Module number 8, we're going to be talking about how to sell without being salesy. So here we're going to be talking about how to have conversations in the DMs that actually feels natural and actually convert, how to do sales calls without sounding like that car salesman down the street that we all don't like, how to follow up with people that gets them all in. Plus, I'm gonna actually give you scripts that we use word for word, so you don't have to figure out what to say. You just follow what works, what have worked for us. Module number 9, last but not least, how to scale after your first win. So now, once you've had your first successful launch, the question becomes, okay, now we've made money. How do I do this again? But this time we're gonna do it even bigger. So this module is gonna show you how to analyze what worked, how to build systems around you and grow without burning out, because if you burn out while you're running your business, you're just not doing it right. How to get more creators coming to you if you're a growth partner, and how to build a personal brand that attract opportunities, okay? This is how you go from, oh, we've had one successful launch, to literally a launch business that every single time we launch, we know how much money we're gonna be making, and we just do it repeatedly on a bigger scale every single time. Okay? So here is what I actually want you to understand. Guys, we did not do this just in a weekend. This is like 4 years of launches, hundreds of thousands and millions of revenue, dozens of case studies, all condensed into one system that we're teaching you guys literally everything. And if I had to put value on just like the training alone based on what I charge, usually what we charge consulting clients, this program would easily be $10,000 plus, okay? But training, guys, is just the beginning. When I designed the launch code, I wanted to design it to make sure it's so straightforward, that it is so simple, and people are gonna be getting so much results. Because again, I want so many of you guys to be our next testimonials on our next webinar. Like, oh, we've helped this person make 30,000, 100,000, 50,000, 200,000. Like, this is what I want to be bragging about. So each module is gonna come with its own template vault. Like, we're giving you guys so much. I actually cannot believe we're giving you guys this much. Because, again, I don't believe in just giving you information, being, okay, good luck. No. We're gonna give you the information, but also, like, so much with that information. So every single module gives you 3 things, guys. It gives you the strategy, so you actually understand what you're doing and why it works. And then it gives you real examples, screenshots, breakdowns, walkthrough through launches that we actually ran. And then templates. Guys, this is like internal SOPs, standard operating procedures that we literally follow step by step. Exact documents my team uses when we run the launches. Okay? So let me be very, very clear for you guys. You don't need to write anything from scratch. Everything that we are giving you guys, we want you guys to copy paste the templates that we're giving you guys, customize it for your own niche, of course, and then launch and make a lot of money. Every week, you're gonna get live calls with me, Layla, and Christina. These are gonna be working sessions where you're gonna be bringing questions, we're gonna give you direct feedback, and you're gonna get unstuck and like manage things in real time. Now, for those who want a partner, to partner with creators instead of launching yourself, I actually have something special. Guys, one of the hardest parts of being a growth partner is actually finding, okay, what's the right creator? You can probably waste months, sometimes years, reaching out to people, and no one is even answering you because they don't know who you are, because you're behind the scenes. You don't have a big account. So here is what we're gonna be doing, which is insane. Inside the launch code, we're gonna actively match you with creators. Of course, once you're certified and once we trust that you are good, you have actually learned what we're teaching you, we're gonna test you, make sure you are solid, give you a certificate from us, and then match you with creators who are actually looking for partners. These are gonna be vetted experts that have the audience, who need someone like you to literally help them launch, okay? Guys, this matching of creators alone is worth like so much money, right? Because it literally collapses years of outreach into weeks, and you are gonna get a warm introduction fast and get the opportunity very, very fast. Now, of course, you're gonna get access to our private community. Inside the private community, you're going to be surrounded by people on the same path, right? Creators are launching their products and growth partners closing their first deals, people sharing their wins. So you're not going to be doing this by yourself. You have a community as well. So before we get, of course, we're getting close. I know you guys are like, okay, Afnan, please drop it. Afnan, drop it. But let me ask you 3 questions. Number 1, are you actually done watching others launch, have the big launches, make the big money in a day while you're still stuck in the sidelines? Are you willing to do the work if I show you exactly what to do? Not think about it, not maybe later, but I just want people that please, that commit, that are all in, that are entrepreneurial, they have the entrepreneurial mindset. They know one investment, this investment alone will make them millions in a lifetime, because they can apply this to to every business out there, not so many, to every business out there, right? So I see you. Here is what we're gonna be doing, okay? To join the launch code, and it's not open yet, guys, I created 2 ways to be a part of the launch code, because I know not everyone wants the same thing. Some of you guys are just self-starters. You don't want someone to talk to you. You just need okay, give me the exact system, the modules, the templates, the examples. You're going to take it, you're going to run it, you're going to figure it out on your own, right? So this is the launch code base. Launch code base is only $1,500, right? So this one, you get 5 weeks of training. You get module 1 all the way to 5, the complete foundation. You're going to get everything you need, the systems, the whole foundation that you need to run your first launch. You're going to get lesson notes with every template and access the course channel and group chat with other students going through it with you, okay? You get 9 weeks access to the material, so you can watch it on your own pace. So it's a 5 weeks of training, but you have access to the whole modules for 9 weeks. So if you're someone that, wants to learn fast, want to execute on their own, this is for you. Now, some of you guys are thinking, okay, Afnan, I don't just want information. I actually want you and your team to be in my corner. I want live calls. I want feedback on these calls. I want someone to tell me okay, am I doing this right, or am I just guessing? And that's going to be Launch Code VIP. So the Launch Code VIP is $3,500. Well, $3,499. You get 9 full weeks of training, okay? 9 full weeks. All 9 modules, including creating your product, running your launches like a business, and setting up your tech. You also get 3 live sessions every single week with me, Layla, and Christina, right? You're going to be bringing the questions. We're going to get you the answers in real times. And then just access to all the lessons and the material so you can take it on your own time. You get 11 weeks of that. Plus, of course, you get access to our private community where we're going to actively match you to experts if you are a growth partners, right? This is really probably a very, very valuable thing for all the people that are going to be experts and growth partners. So if you're looking to for a creator to work with, we help you find them. If you're a creator looking for someone to work side by side with you and run your launches, we're also going to connect you. So both ways, okay? So let me make this simple. Base, you're going to get system, templates, foundation. You run it yourself. It's $1,500. The VIP is $3,500. You get the system plus live calls plus access to our private community where we actively match you to experts with growth partners. Now, I know some of you guys are like, okay, paying in full isn't the move right now. And I didn't want to be the reason you don't join. So I made this easy. This is less than what most people spend on things every single day, every single month, on just random dinners that we go to, coffee runs, subscriptions that you forget about, clothes that you probably wore once. This is an investment, guys, that will literally pay you back folds and folds, years after years, because this is not a cute trend. No. This is how you run every single business to make a lot of money every single time. This is also the most affordable program I've ever created, guys, because when I told my team the price, they're gonna be like, are you insane? They're like, why are we giving this much value for this much price? I just said, I'm gonna be honest, I want to do it the first time. I want it to be affordable. I want people to be able to get in. I want the hungry people to get in and get the value and change their life. Because 2026, I want to walk around the world and people come up to me and be like, Afnan, you helped me make $20,000 in literally a day. Afnan, you've helped me make $100,000. Afnan, you've helped, like, this is what I want. I want to be in the UK, people coming up to me. In Africa, people coming up to me. In Middle East, in the US, in Canada, people coming up to me. In the UK. Like, I want everyone to literally come up to me and be like, Afnan, you literally have to make $100,000 in a month. Like, that's insane. I'm like, oh, how did I do that? Where's my split profit? This is what I'm going to be asking you guys. If you ever tell me, I'm going to tell you, where's my share? Please go buy me coffee and just let's sit down and celebrate that win, okay? So those two main packages, they all have 100 spots each, so 100, 100, but I, of course, always decide, because there's always this very specific group. Some of you guys, you know, you have the audience, maybe you tried launching, like, you don't need to learn things from scratch. You actually need my team to be in the trenches with you guys, just like they are in the trenches with me. So for these people, I've created the premium package, which is the done with you. This is where my team is gonna go through things with you step by step by step, from strategy to launch, okay? So this is how it works. Step one, we get on a call and build your custom launch strategy together. Step number two, we're gonna plan your content, your warm-up sequence with you, what to post, when to post it, what to say. Step three, we help you build the funnels, pages, emails, the whole system. Step number four, we help to prep your sales process, DMs, calls, whatever fits your launch. Step number five, you launch. We're right there, reviewing, guiding, fixing things in real time. And then step number six, we debrief together and set you up to do it all over again. So you're gonna be doing the work, right? We're just with you at every step, making sure it actually works and you are in the right plan. Plus, you're gonna be getting a dedicated one-on-one coach that knows your launch inside out every single day. They're with you. You get 3 live sessions, of course, every week with me or my team, and a group chat with mentor feedback for 3 full months and 13 weeks access to everything. And we, of course, work with you until you get results. Until you make money, we keep working with you. Now, this one only have 5 spots and we are not launching it. We only take applications because we need to vet you. We need to see that we can actually work with you. You're the right fit. This one is very, very expensive, guys. So my team has very limited capacity each year. So of course, we're not just advising from the sidelines. We are building this launch alongside with you, right? Your one-on-one mentor is going to be one of our top growth partners. So you're almost going to be having a growth partner without splitting the profit, which I'm kind of jealous, right? So from the team, someone who actually run launches and made real money doing it, that's the kind of attention that is going to get you to scale without even splitting profit with a growth partner. But of course, there's the fee of this package. So here's how the application works. You fill it. We're going to review it. We're going to have a call with you, see if you're a good fit. And then from there, we can go, okay? So who is this for? Which is the big, big package, right? It's going to be very expensive, guys. Just letting you guys know. This is for the people that already have an audience. You already are making money. You don't need to be taught from zero. You just need the team to help you execute at a higher level, just like mine. So in just few minutes, we are gonna be opening everything finally. I know you guys are like, okay, Afnan, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So premium, right? The application goes live, 5 spots. You apply, we review, reach out if you're a fit. VIP and base, enrollments are gonna be open. And the payment links are going to be open. It's going to be, guys, first come, first serve. 100 spots each. That's it. I can't even talk anymore. Whoa. 6 months from now, where do you guys want to be? Right? Still thinking about it. How can I launch? How can I make money? Should I just stop begging people, please buy, please this? No, guys, this is the moment that you decide. If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. If you're waiting for the right program, the right thing that you need to learn in 2026 to always make a lot of money, that is it. If you're waiting for someone to believe in you, that you are that special person, I am right here, okay? I'm going to count down from 5, and when I hit 0, we're going to drop the link in that chat. Are we ready? Are we ready? So 5, think about why you showed up today. 4, think about how long you've been stuck. 3, this is the system that's gonna change your life, just like it changed my life. 2, 200 spots. We have thousands of people watching. Move fast. 1, guys, the link is live. I'm so excited. So go to the link, press on the link, reserve your spot, and I cannot wait to work with a lot of you guys inside. This is gonna be the program that literally gives people the most amount of crazy results that we've never seen literally in any other program, because it's literally a system. Once you apply the system, it works. It's that simple. So the link is gonna be pinned in the chat, guys. If you want it, go lock in your spot before the spots are taken, because if the spots are taken, that's it. It's only 200 spots. So before we wrap up today, guys, we still have Layla, okay? I want you to really hear this. You're literally, guys, one launch away from the life that you've been dreaming about. Just one launch that can make you a lot of money. And that launch could happen in the next 90 days if you have the right system. If you decide that today is gonna start. So I cannot wait to work with a lot of you guys. I cannot wait for all the amazing people that are gonna make the money that they've never made before because of this launch system that will literally change how so many people run their businesses, how many people make so much money. I'm so excited. Like, I just cannot wait. Guys, if you think this is expensive, I know some people are like, this is expensive. If this is expensive, then please don't think of making the $10,000, the $20,000, the $30,000, the $100,000, because if this is expensive, then you won't even be making that much money in life. So I want us to always shift perspective. It's never expensive. It's just, how can we make this work? What's the value? Right? So anyway, with that being said, guys, I cannot wait to work with a lot of you guys. And now it is time for Q&A with Layla. Layla, floor is yours. Drum rolls, ta 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 ta.
Oh my god. Hi everybody. How are you? Oh my god, I am so happy to be here, but to be honest, I'm used to be behind the scenes. So it's not, it's not like I'm used to this spot. I'm a little bit nervous, but, and after Afnan being such an amazing speaker and me used to be behind her, yeah, I'm a little bit stressed, but let's go, guys. So I'm really, really happy. Some of you heard about me already a little bit yesterday from Afnan, and I will be so happy to tell more about LaunchCode, because I been behind the scenes for the last already like almost 7 years, and I want to tell you everything like people really never see, the side where growth partners work, the side which like we usually think never actually exists. So who I am. First, you might see me in the accounts because sometimes they tag me, sometimes they record some content with me of Thomas Kralov, Afnan Khalifa, many other influencers I work with. So some of them we have NDA, so I can't even share it. But realistically, I am not someone who was born to become who I am today. As strange and painful as it sounds, because I was born in Baku. It is a small city in Azerbaijan, and you probably never even heard what the city is, because that's usually the reaction I get. Right now I live in Dubai. I actually moved here about 6 months ago from United States, and years ago I didn't even think I could live in US, but I run my business in US, in Europe, and now in Dubai. For the past 2 years, I've been running online businesses, partnering with creators, big names on the market. Most of them you probably heard, and just being a growth partner, someone who runs their business at the back end. What that simply means, I build launches, I optimize them, I build products and scale alongside the creator. Because creators have to be in the right energy in order to create content, in order to have the vision, and there should be hands at the back who actually make the business run. And this is actually amazing way, like amazing collaboration between two strong people. Together with Afnan, we've generated over $2 million already in just few months. And again, like I am At the same time with Afnan, I actually work with other influencers, and it's amazing that I can have few partnerships at the same time. I don't have to, if I was just selling, for example, my services as an agency, I would have to look for like clients every month or something. I love that I have this like partnerships. I always call them like almost like marriages because relationships like that, they actually do like you build them almost like a marriage. And this businesses generate lots of money, and they don't have to like hustle for clients. With, for example, Thomas Krala, we work for a while right now, and our business generated over $10 million. Recently we crossed quite a big milestone. We crossed $1 million a month, like literally in 30 days. We've became one of the biggest on platform WOP. They've sent us like a board with some golden sign of their platform, and WOP is one of the biggest platform for processing like payments in InfoSpace. And actually with Thomas, after a little bit of the work we've done together, we decided to launch whole IT product. Now it's like worth almost $100 million, and that's just an amazing example how just the partnership on launches grew into like proper big real business, which can happen, because when you know how to generate leads, when you have a strong media face with yourself, any of your dreams come true. You can launch anything, maybe make a brand or anything which can already, not be just something which generates money, which is amazing. Like InfoSpace is the best to generate cash, but also to build something what can capitalize. And there are many other projects, and I actually love the work I'm doing here. Outside of the work, I'm actually married, and I have a Scottish husband. I met him in Azerbaijan. We're raising two kids here in Dubai, and when I was doing my first ever launch, I actually was like pregnant with my second kid, and because they are like just 1 year apart, and the small one was really really small, and I didn't even have a nanny or anything at that point. I lived in Baku. We paid like something like couple $100 for apartment, and if anybody at that point told me that in a year's time I will be working with one of the biggest names in the market and I will be in such a big demand, I would have really not believe it, honestly. I'm telling you this part on purpose, really, because like at that point I really didn't even think about millions of dollars. I was thinking like I want to make like 10K a month, and that will be amazing. But the more you make, the more you grow, the appetite comes. So if right now you think that I don't know, you just need maybe 10, 20K a month, then trust me, when you get there, you'll be like, oh, actually now I want more, and now then I want more. And at some point, you just lose control of your desires. Because right now, I am like, oh my gosh, even $100 million is not enough. Nothing is enough anymore. Yeah, it's a sad part nobody's talking about. When I first started, I really genuinely believed that this $1 million business, they're reserved for someone with amazing English accent, with someone with I don't know, maybe amazing looks, or who was born in a better countries, maybe people in suits, from like Wall Street, because one of my favorite shows is like Billions, and I was watching it and I was like, oh my god, those guys in New York, they're the successful ones. People with connections, I don't have them. But the truth is that nothing but skills matter on this market, really, nothing but skills. And what changed everything is realizing how the creator economy actually works, how this actually works. Honestly, no, so many people in the market, they can even grow, but they don't understand exactly what they're doing. In 2026, situation is like completely different from where I've been when I was just starting, because at that point nobody even knew word growth partner. It literally appeared not long ago. I couldn't explain to creators what I'm doing, why I'm doing this, and they were like asking me, are you an agency? And I'm like, no, I'm not. But right now, entering market right now has never been easier before, because the demand is actually massive and infrastructure finally already exists. People know exactly what you're doing. People want it. It's in a huge demand, but there's none like someone who will actually teach and like produce people like me to, because if someone years ago could have taught me everything, if I didn't have to learn it on my own mistakes and like, just find this own path, that would have been just amazing. But didn't happen. I had to go through that all myself, which is great. My past was amazing. I'm so happy that I can share it with you today. That I can tell you exactly everything I've been through, and so you don't have to spend years. You can spend like a few weeks. Because realistically, right now, I can literally put all that experience into few weeks. And I'm a little jealous of you, honestly, because you are starting at a time when you don't need to invent the wheel, make the same like expensive mistakes we all made. We really can just, get our systems and use it. Let me explain why. Now let's bring it back to creators. And most of creators, they are amazing at content. They love to do it. They love to be at the camera. It's just natural to them. Not for me, for example. I'm stressed when there's camera in front of me. I'm not so far born to be a public person, but I love systems. I love marketing. I love execution, and I love building teams. So what an amazing plan when we can collab with someone who loves the camera and I love to be behind it. And you know, they love to be creative, but there should be someone who brings that creativity to the right path, like takes that creativity and shapes a business out of it. Because they don't love to do what? They don't want to plan launch strategies. They want to do how they feel, talk and take their message out of their heart. They want to literally be the thought leaders, but they don't want to build systems, the systems that actually generate the money. They don't want to figure all the backend because actually operational tasks, they are very very important and they take exactly the same energy as content. Like those are both very 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 important parts that cannot like exist without each other. They don't want to be a producer and the talent. They just want to create. So amazing when you can allow them to do that. Now here what gets interesting. Instagram is actually alone, only Instagram, and there's influencers on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, so many social media right now, and they all have their own like sides of monetization, basically launches on all those platforms. They can be amazing and record like YouTube launches, they're one of the biggest in the world, but Instagram launches, they're like fantastic, and it's amazing that you can use all of them. But guys, Instagram alone right now has 64 million influencers accounts. 64 million. There's no way there's even like 1% of that growth partners in the market. There's no way. And I can tell you from my own experience, more than half of them have no idea how to monetize their audience. I see it every day for the last 7 years. They don't know, they don't have the offer, and they don't have the system. Most of them will prepare an offer and they will prepare a website somehow and they will just launch it. Like just literally put the link in their stories. And they might get some sales, but it's gonna be 1% of the potential they have. And then they don't know how to scale it because there's the right one system how to do it. So let's do the math. Tens of millions of creators who need launch systems, because you don't run Instagram just for fun. If you are a real creator, you are doing it in order to make money on it. And how many people out there can actually help? Like, do you even do the calculations yourself now? Do you see what I'm seeing? Because I see this huge potential. It's my dream to build an army of growth partners, and I know we will do it like 100%. I told this Afnan like months ago that we will do it, and we've been working on this so long. There's a massive gap between supply and demand, and there was literally never before never before a situation where someone can actually give someone to close that gap. Millions of people who need help, almost nobody positioned to give that. Just oh my god, I love this. And in this market, I really think, like, let's think about this together, that there's no other industry where the entrance is so easy with so much liquid. Because imagine, you don't have investment, you don't have money or anything, but you can maybe call up with the influencer next week. You can make a quick launch, like sell couple like spots on the high ticket program, for example, because if the influencers and the expert have the good skills, you can launch even 10k offer, for example, and make 50k next week. Or even you can actually make a big launch, make $1 million, and literally put into your pocket half of the millions of dollars. In what industry that's possible without first investment, without like pretty much years of experience or some craziness? In all industries where there's money like this, where there's millions of dollars, there's something crazy with documents, like maybe oil and gas, medicine, like all these crazy businesses where we don't even know how to step into them, right? So I really, truly, if you know any other like industry like this, drop it in the comment, because I'm very, very curious. Like, I don't know any of them. So if you are the type of person who doesn't need the spotlight, like myself, you don't want to be the face of a brand, or maybe you are not ready, because actually when you hang out with influencers who constantly record content, you do feel like you're ready every day, little bit by little, but you can take all the time in the world because you don't depend on it financially. So, why, if you would rather build a system than be on a camera, but you love the info space, you love all those vibes of these creators, influencers, you watch them, you follow them, you want to be with that energy, but you don't want to be on the camera, I really think that you are someone creators actually waiting. They're waiting for your help, and this is your moment, because the gap is literally wide open, and I really, really want to create this crazy army of amazing, good specialists. Not just for you to be mediocre, for you to be the best on the market. Because I love when people talk about me, like they call me the leader, when they tell me that I'm the best in the market. I really believe that all of you deserve to be called the same, because I've started from nothing, right? What stops you? Nothing. Like, maybe you are already ahead, maybe you already have like great English, or live somewhere where like the market is booming, like you already ahead, at least because I can give you this all information structured in one place, because I never had that. So what is the growth operator? You are not starting from zero first. You are not building an audience from scratch. You are partnering with someone who already have an asset. So imagine that they already pretty much have this existing business, but they just don't know about it because that's it, pretty much how it looks. When you talk to them, they almost never know that there's like millions of dollars like hiding in their account, and they don't know how to do these things anyway. They don't know where to start. But we can talk numbers with you. As a growth partner, you earn a percentage of the launch profits, and we're talking anywhere from 30 to 50%. Amazing part is that if you are an agency, for example, and you're pitching an influencer or whoever your services, what they have to do, they have to pay you some retainer, some prices, and that's why there's resistance. And imagine you even done your job bad. But here, because you take percentages, to make a deal is amazingly easy, because they don't lose anything and you don't lose anything. You partner your skills, their skills to be on the camera, your skills to monetize, and there's nothing to lose. Like, I always, whenever I needed to make a deal with influencer and explain them that, hey, there's absolutely nothing to lose, you don't pay anything upfront, I get the profits, I make money if you make money. The only key here is that you need to know, you as a growth partner need to know how to actually make that money, and then up to 50% of the profits is yours. Not a flat fee, not an hourly rate, everything what people actually like hate, a cut of everything that launch brings in. And trust me, it's much, much more than any agency can possibly like get as a retainer. So you already have the numbers with Afnan and what we are doing with Thomas, like every single month. If you put those together, you can actually see that even like two solid partnerships, or even one, can actually create something like, generational wealth. Inside LaunchCode, you're not learning from a stranger or someone from the internet. You are actually learning from me, from Afnan, from Christina, who is my student, and you will meet her tomorrow. Her story is amazing. I'm so proud of that. you will like be able to ask her all the questions, because Christina is the same as me. We came from absolutely nothing and got to where we are with big and hard path you don't have to go through. Because again, our dream right now is to create the army of growth partners, and we know exactly how to help you to make that happen. The three of us will walk you through everything. How to spot the right creators to partner with, because there's actually creators who you can look at them and you can think that there's a lot of money in that account, but there's things which just make one account more liquid than another. And we will tell you exactly how to spot that, how to reach out in a way that doesn't get ignored to actually make sure that the person hears you, and how to finally first your first launch, how to run it from start to finish. And even after you finish launch, how to understand exactly now how to scale those results and make them bigger next time. And here is the biggest advantage you have. You get access to our network and our relationships. We've built them over years. Every day, without exaggeration, every day I get like some creator, influencer texting me and asking my services. And do you know what I do? I obviously can't work with all of them. I pass them to my students, I pass them to other growth partners, and then I see in a couple months millions of dollars launches happening. And this is amazing to see, because there's nothing more proud than looking at the big launch market is talking about and know that your student done it, and be like, that's best show off I love. Like, it's just the best feeling. I didn't have this when I started it. No warm interest, nothing. Nobody in my friendship, nobody knew what is launches at all, or I didn't have like any trusted connections. I really had to earn all these relationships. And you know, like, it's been all super worth it, because through these years, apart from like I made all my dreams come true, I made my family's dream come true. Actually, like, my husband, he bought me my first course on launches, and I always joke with him that it's like he bought Bitcoin. That was like the best investment years ago. I think like even better than Bitcoin, because I really now can make like big changes to our lives as well. I bought my mom country house, I bought her a car, I bought a couple properties to myself. Like, literally years ago, all I wanted is to make a couple $1,000s a month. That's all I thought I need in life. And if I at that point I had access to people and relationships you can get inside LaunchCode, I would definitely already make like $100 million, like, or more. It's just interesting that someone have to first go through that path and then create a step-by-step, instructions for someone else. But it's always like that in this world. People in the past, they've made sure we have everything today, so someone has to start. That's how much time, friction, and trial and errors just there is on the market. And yeah, you don't have to go through that, because if you follow our recommendations, the chances of not landing your first client, your first partner, are basically zero. I really didn't see anyone who done exactly what we asked them and it didn't happen. Like, partnership didn't happen. Apart from what we've mentioned already, we will connect you with like potential influencers and creators inside the LaunchCode. Of course, you have this super like big advantage, and even after LaunchCode, you will know exactly how to build partnerships like this. And trust me, like, one good launch, creators, what's the point of like influencers? They actually are influencers, they have influence. So if you made one good launch, they will make sure you have clients, even if you share percentages with them in order for them to recommend you to others. Like, one good launch and boom, like, you will have recommendations probably for the rest of your life. I don't do social media at all or anything. All my partners or anything, they come literally from recommendations. Even my students, they all came from recommendations. Right now, I'm generating like millions of dollars from just 2 partnerships. And this is like what can happen to you in maybe 2 months from now, because a proper good launch takes like 4 to 5 weeks. Let's take another couple of weeks to actually understand what kind of partner you want and like make a deal. So in what industry that can possibly happen, I really don't know. I don't want to chase hundreds of clients. I really don't want to hustle for clients like an agency. I just want the right structure with the right people, build strong relationships so we know that we're actually running real business, not just a hustling. The most important thing about launches that most of the people don't get, and what I love to talk about launches, by the way, in case you didn't notice, because this is just such a big passion I have inside me about it. You just don't need to chase people, like hunt them 24/7 or hustle. You can build even one strong partnerships, and you can, like, see me and my partner, we launched educational products for more than $10 million, and we've built a company which is worth now almost $100 million. It became startup number one in the United Arab Emirates in 2024. Again, years ago I didn't know anything about tech startups, and I've been on the other side. You know how it all started to me? I actually got fired from my job because my boss looked at me and said that pregnant woman cannot do the job I was supposed, because I was working as an architect on a construction site 10 years ago. And yeah, I was just pregnant, and my boss thought that pregnant woman cannot be on the site, so I had to, just leave. They couldn't fire me by the contract because I was pregnant by the law, but they made sure I leave myself. I really turned that crazy mad anger into actions. Till today, you won't believe me. Till today, when I'm sad, I remember my boss's face. It's not a joke, like in a movie. Till today, I remember his face. Not that I wasn't performing, not that I did something wrong, just that I didn't fit the picture he imagined in his head. So my country is a bit like man orientated, and that's like something you can see in that country, in countries like this. But oh my god, I am so happy right now that any man in my team, because I manage big teams, are super scared of me, and they're like looking at me. And I think that if right now me and my boss meet, I think from my energy now, he would have definitely be scared to even speak to me. Now I'm my own provider. I buy myself Birkin bags, I drive sports car, like I bought all the cars I dreamed about, and all because I learned this launch work. When I've done my first launch, I was shocked. I really felt like it's like in a movie. I forgot the movie, but where the guy is like $10 million. Like, is it all legal? That's how I felt. Wolf of Wall Street, yeah, that's how I felt. When we just opened it sales, because it was first launch in my life, I've done everything like I could, and we opened sales, and something like $170,000 was there, like by like maybe midnight, and I was like, oh my god, like, did I make this money? Will I really receive them? Is this all even true? But yes, it is true. So if I could do this, and starting from like where I started, real question isn't whether it's possible, it's what actually stopping you right now. Let's talk about this. Drop your questions in the chat, guys. I will answer as many as I can. This is the conversation I literally wish I had years ago with someone else. I'm so happy, so proud that we can help women. Like, I love both genders, but I really feel like next level proud that we can help women from all over the world to like just be boss girls, we dream to be. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for all your comments. Like, I feel very pleased, and let me check your questions. So, can you build your own personal brand faceless? Yes, of course you can. There's actually so many accounts which are actually faceless, and faceless personal brand is its own trend. And yeah, you absolutely can. And you can sell products how to build faceless personal brand as well. Layla, how did you start? Did you reach out to large creators and let them know what you were willing to do for them? And how did you convince them to work with you even though you were just starting? Yeah, so you are actually right. I don't want to say that I reached out to like a lot of people, but yes, I reached out to some people. I told them exactly what I'm ready to do. I've mentioned that there's nothing they have to pay. If then they don't make money, I don't make money. Honestly, like as long as you know exactly with who you want to work, like you know the niche, you understand, okay, like there's, let's say, fitness niche or beauty niche or personal brand niche, and you know what kind of value you can bring, and you're offering it pretty much for free, and the person isn't generating the money he can on his account, you know, you have the knowledge. That's the most important, that you have to be on that call full of knowledge what you are about to do. And you need to know that after the call you can text to your mentor, for example, ask exactly what to do, what are the next steps, and there's zero chance that the person will refuse, because would you refuse if you'd have been on his place? No, of course. They have audience, but they don't have money. Like, why would they refuse if there's no risk? Who would rather pay to an agency, for example? um, I will go next. How do we pitch ourselves to our first ever client as a growth partner if we don't have any clients results yet? That's absolutely fine. You know when you need clients results? When you are taking money, retainers, or any fixed prices. When you don't have that, you can always share that you are right now being mentored by someone who done these XYZ results. You're right now on the program, you have all the systems which generated this amount of money for these people, and you can actually implement them right now. You're looking for someone, for a partner, you can be honest, that 100% works. Like I tell this to my students all the time, you can tell that, hey, you've got access to this kind of tools and you're looking for someone to implement it on for absolutely free. Of course they will want to do it. You will ask, why would they not join program themselves and do it themselves? Because they don't want to, they just want to be a face, they don't want to run like the back end of the business. And here you are, like with the knowledge ready person, like built for them. Of course they will want to do that. So um, what were your thoughts and how do you feel for the first few months? Very, very exciting, because it's about like, I think that the another part of this industry I love is that you can meet people you never thought about. Like you never thought that you will work with these names. And imagine you are maybe right now following some influencers already, and you love looking at their content every day. Actually, the influencers you follow and you know their content are the best first possible partners, because you already know their content. And when you explain that you've been following them for a while, that will really like make the conversation more sweet, and you will feel better what they need to launch, once we of course like teach you how to even analyze what's the best offer, how to launch the best offer, how to analyze like price points and all of that. Once you show them that you know what to do, you know their content, they will be super loyal. So feelings are amazing, because I didn't go to like random people, I went to influencers I followed, and I dreamt to even like meet them, for example. And now I'm working with them, I'm on a call with them, I'm their partner. These feelings are amazing, honestly. Still today, when I work with some new big name, I'm super excited, like the first time. It doesn't even go away, I would say. Can a mentor with 80k followers learn launch by her own? Of course, yeah. Nothing absolutely stopping you. 80k followers is already something can generate hundreds of thousands of dollars, honestly, in literally 5 to 6 weeks.
That's why you need to join the launch code.
Exactly. And by the way, very important that you come to the third day, because we actually talk about like exactly like inside, you know, what we used, how we done what in what launches, what work and not. So it's very important that you come for the third day. I'm very, very excited about it. And my student Christina, who is actually the part of Launchcode as well, will be there. And you know, it's another side of the story, because Christina like literally also started from nothing and built herself a really great name in the industry, and she will share all that. um how to co-launch your product with an influencer. Oh, by the way, very, very good question. So how to co-launch with an influencer? Sometimes you have an amazing idea and an amazing product, and you don't have the audience, but you know someone who has the audience. And for example, you believe that your product is great fit to their audience. That's pretty much what me and Afnan are doing right now, to be honest. Like, of course we are partners for a long time, but the truth is that if you can strengthen the product of an influencer with yourself, that's even better, because that creates the better partnership, and that creates the better product. And you always understand, the better is your product, the more you will scale. So yeah, you can do that. How to find them, we will teach you exactly how to find them. Don't worry about this. Actually, in the launch code, you will understand from the first week like how to find the best partner. Like, partner you can build lasting relationships. There's some growth partners who just love to go like from one influencer to another and just launch and, for example, separate and go to another influencer. That's also amazing. So you can choose, you can build last long relationships like and partnerships, or you can just try, maybe for first year you just want to try different niches. If you really don't feel like you know exactly with which niche you want to narrow down, you can just try different, some fitness, beauty, personal brand, finance maybe, and then you will understand with who you want to go like long term. Or you can always change, that's fine as well, work for a few months and then change. um oh my god, your questions going so fast that I can't stop to read some of them. um what exactly do you do for those brands? What exactly do we do for those brands? Okay, so actually everything you see at the back end, we can help them to analyze their own audience, run properly survey, run properly, campaigns to find the best product fit. Because once you create a product, you do the quick test. So there's this hint how to make money like literally in the first week of partnership. So both you and your partner are like, oh my god, there's money there. And that's a test of the product, test of the offer. And after that, we are actually, after we've tested it and we know it brings money, we will build the whole launch system. So you will prepare everything, warm up, you will prepare the funnel itself, basically the path the customer will go through before he's ready to buy. And you will help to prepare the product, like, I mean, the presentations, the systems. It's nothing, it's not a rocket science. Like, all the platforms right now, they're super super friendly. Like, for example, WOP, where our product will be, like, it's built for someone with zero experience. So don't worry that you will have to work with a lot of tech and stuff. Like, yes, you will do some tech, but it is super friendly. Everything right now is super tech friendly. And again, years ago it wasn't, right now it is. So you'll have to set up all that for your partner. And honestly, it is super super exciting, it is amazing, because you will see your partner doing their job at top notch, because he doesn't have to worry about this, and you are the one who helps to generate money. So yeah, you don't have to worry about any like crazy operations or anything. It's not a rocket science at the end of the day. Launches, like good launches, it's all about good messaging in a right way. That there's just basically this system, this structure, and let's say one cloud of messages we have to pass to our audience before they're ready to buy, when everything is in the right sequence and there's right little bit help of the tech, everything works. If you could master one skill to be the best growth partner, what you will concentrate on? If you could only master the skill, I would say leadership. Because at the end of the day, it is business. It is business, and you have to be a leader in any business. Any skills can be learned or bought, as long as you have this desire in yourself to make that happen. It starts here, to be honest. Like, right now, you have to feel that sensation inside. You have to, like, literally be ready to take the next step, to, for example, join the program, come to your mentor and be the real leader, not just wait for someone to be like, oh, you have to do this. No, come and say like, hey, I need my creator tomorrow. Just make this happen. Like, let's just get right on it. And the same in business. Now you have your partner. You should just, the worst thing is to act like employee. You have to be this leader inside and to take the business to the next level. So yeah, and we absolutely go through that on LaunchCode as well. We actually concentrate a lot on mindset, because honestly, like, as long as you have the right mindset and the right tools, everything is possible. Guys, the LaunchCode link is actually attached there. It's pinned. So yeah, it's pinned there. You just check right under the video and you will see the link to the LaunchCode. Do you need any money to start? As long as you understand how to make a launch, what we will teach you inside BrandCode, you don't need to spend any money on the launch itself. When you grow, when you scale, when you run multi-million dollar launches, of course you will have to hire some people. But for the start, absolutely not. You can do everything yourself with zero expenses. So don't worry. You don't have to, apart from literally investing into your knowledge, into education, you don't have to invest into anything else. How do I launch a physical product? Amazing question, because exactly the same way most of the physical products are launched, in exactly the same way digital products are launched. The only one more thing you handle is obviously like sending this products, like basically the cargo part, but in another way you do it exactly the same. You test the hypothesis, you test the product, and then you do the big launch. What can I say about using AI to my job? I can say that AI helps as never before, and we teach exactly how to help AI in LaunchCode. Again, years ago, everything we do right now with AI was done by hands. And right now, like, your job is easier than ever before, to be honest. How do we get trust on receiving payments? Amazing question. You do the contract and we will give you the template of the contract. It's nothing serious, it just protects you. And yeah, we will give you the template of the contract, so you will literally, if you take this template, add your name, add the name of the influencer, and sign it, then don't worry, everything will be fine. I've never ever before been like scammed and not paid to, because at the end of the day, as long as you are a good partner, nobody will ever want to break these partnerships, and you feel the good or bad partner from literally first week of working. But for God forbid, there's always contracts that we will provide you, and we will have a whole like training on how to actually be safe in a partnerships like this. Next, oh my God, so many questions. How do you think this can work without Instagram? It depends on your question, because there's a lot of other platforms but Instagram. Traffic have to come from somewhere, or it is organic, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, or it's paid ads. If you don't have any organic source of traffic right now, you either invest a little bit into paid ads, or you invest 1 month of your time into creating content and creating at least first lead generation source. You make your first money, then you either invest it into paid ads or you just grow more organically. But you can from zero make the first money literally in like 30 days. As long as you understand how to generate leads, you don't need, you see Afnan lost her Instagram. We're working on it, but we still managed to make thousands of people here today on the live. Um, is there a legal team in order places to sign a contract between you and growth partner? You don't need a legal team. You need a template of a good contract. We will provide you that, and you don't need legal team. You will just sign it between you and your partner. As the new growth partner without an audience, my first salary should, oh my God, the Sorry, I've lost that comment. Layla, how to launch in a week and make good money with 100 followers, please? It's not about launching fast, it's about launching properly. So it's not about having 100 followers, it's about having the offer which matches that 100 people. It's actually a lot of people if they will stand in this room, right? So we will teach you first how to analyze out of these 100 people what amount of people are ready to buy what offer right now will be the best to meet their needs and to monetize as soon as possible. And let's say not within a week, but without few weeks you will be able to launch and make good money. So guys, how much more questions, Afnan, you think we should answer? So my first service should I offer to get fast proof and attack future? Okay, I finally got that question. As a new growth partner with no audience, your first service should, what's first service you should offer? Yeah, you pretty much have to get fast proof, but you get that fast proof regardless because part of our launch system is actually to get fast results. So you test product, you test launch on the first week of partnerships. So that's what you explain to your partner, that you will get results fast and you either move to the full big launch or you stop. And that's just this, it's almost like lead magnet, amazing way to just immediately like agree on something little short term and then commit to something big. And when you and your partner see that first money, trust me, nobody wants to stop there, everybody wants to the big launch after. And again, you don't need, it's not like you have an agency, you don't need a lot of like social proofs or like results from all clients. Like all you need is just desire to help someone to make a lot of money from their products, and you're not charging anything, so yeah, it's gonna be all okay. So uh, uh, um there's question like, will there be launch code again? Like, guys, we have 200 spots. I really don't know, I didn't check my phone how many is left. If anyone is still thinking, I really think that you guys should like rush right now, because obviously like me, Christina, and Afnan, we are not we cannot like multiplicate ourselves. I wish we can, but we cannot so far. And we really want to create our own army of influencers and growth partners. We want to build that strong relationships and partnerships inside the product. And in order for us to look after these partnerships, we really have to like be on the students. We agreed with Afnan that we will be fully concentrated on students. That's why it's very important, for us to have limited amount of spots. Does launch work for network marketers? Of course, exactly, because launch system works for everything and for network marketing as well. You don't need an audience, guys, to become a growth partner. I don't have an audience, honestly. Like, this is the last thing you have to worry about. The whole point of being growth partner
Do
is
you even
not.
have Instagram? I don't know.
I do, but you better not even open it because it's dead. It's like, the whole point of being growth partner is that you are behind the scene. Nobody cares about your Instagram. You don't have to have it. If you have it, then why do you need the growth creator? You can just be creator and look for a growth partner. When does the launch code start? It starts 2nd of February next week. So basically, by summer you will have full business. Already by spring you will have first launch, like finished first launch, and by the spring you will probably already be doing like second, third generations of that launch. So basically, what that means, you will actually scale it. That's amazing, amazing timing. How does this program work for people who want to pre-sale physical products? Yes, guys, exactly. That can work for people who wants to launch physical products. Like I will make sure that everybody who wants to launch physical products, because we've launched so many things through this system, will get exact information and understanding how to do it. Don't worry about that. Can you start with your friends who already have an audience? That's the best way to start. Of course. If you have a friend with audience, then like the there's no excuse not to start, because there's money there already. Like you don't even have to spend, I don't know, a week to look for a partner. And plus it's obviously much more important than sorry, much more pleasant to work with the friends at the start. How much work time do you put in before the launch? So it's a very good question. It's not, again, it's not rocket science at the start. Like you need maybe from anywhere like few hours a week to maybe 1 2 hours a day for the start. The launch usually takes like, let's say, 4 weeks, like around 4 weeks. But if you're busy, it's okay, you can make it like slower and maybe make a launch within like 6 7 weeks maximum if you're like working full time, because actually we have a lot of people who work full time and like, I don't know, 8 9 10 hours a day, and they like work 1 2 hours a day on the launch. Some people, they even do it less, they work like maybe 1 hour a day on a launch, and then they make launch not in a 5 weeks but let's say in a 6 weeks. So there's no actually rush to launch. It's okay, it's nobody's running anywhere, as so long as you are like systematic, exactly, like you have all the dates planned in front of you and you have all the content planned. That's fine. The same with your like influencer, or if you, even if you are an influencer, you can just record like batch record content and just plan it for a few weeks. So yeah, at the start it doesn't take much time at all. How do you measure the growth and success rate of a launch? That's a great question, because there's actually metrics and documents we will share with you how we predict the results of the launch. So we have the plan, then we have the fact results of the launch. We know exactly which numbers did meet the expectations, which exceeded the expectation, and which not. And we know exactly what to do with those numbers which didn't. And then we know exactly how to double those numbers in, let's say, 1 month on the next launch. So yeah, we will share those documents with you. Those are just ready spreadsheets, and you just put your own your partner's numbers, like basically their price points, their amount of followers, and you basically do the calculations of the launch. So you have this expected amount, and then when you get a result, we will help you to analyze, are those results good, how to scale them, what did went well, what did go wrong. But overall, if you will follow all our steps plus with our support, like there's no way to make like bad launch. Like at the end of the day, it's still gonna be very profitable. Can I be in same time creator and operator? Of course, you can do self launches, and that's like first part of the launch code is for those people who already have an audience and they want to monetize their own audience. They want to go through that path themselves. They don't want partner, they just want to do it themselves for themselves. And that's amazing, by the way, because if you don't know how to do your own launch, like you don't understand anything. Imagine you met a bad partner as an influencer and you don't know if he's doing bad or good job. So if you are an influencer and you want to go through that path yourself, you absolutely 100% should. Can I upgrade my package later? This is subject to availability, guys. Like, I really don't know right now how much spots there are left. Uh, Even if you've secured like spot on one package and you want to upgrade, but the second package is full, we cannot upgrade, like just because it's already full. because second package is with the mentors, and if it's full, we've created those spots because we know exactly how much our mentors can handle. We just cannot, like, unfortunately, create new mentors. No, I'm actually an Aries. Someone asked my sign. So, guys, what do you think? Was that enough? Can I buy tomorrow? Guys, all subject to availability. We don't wanna be we don't want to promise you something we don't know will happen or not. It's all subject to availability, and we had like maybe 5x more people on the waiting list than we have spots available. So I really don't know, but I think that if you know that that's what you want to do, you should just act right now. Oh, guys, I wish comments were a little bit slower so I can just read them. um, so, guys, does your launch work? Um, so I've seen something that basically you have an audience, you know value of your product, but you cannot connect with your audience because you don't connect with your audience just like this. There's a system, and it's built out of 6 layers. 6 layers of the content you have to go through. So the worst thing you do is basically you expect that your audience, they already know everything, they're already at that stage of the mindset where they're ready to buy your product, even if your product is amazing. You have to make them go through that one customer journey built of 6 layers of messaging, each have its own depths, go through all objections, through all their fears, through everything in order them to actually understand the value and be ready to buy. And that's exactly like what we literally give you the whole template of the 6 layers we use on all our launches. And that's how you connect with the audience. Like, you will see results immediately, maybe after like few days of posting, and by the end of first week, and that's just the start of the launch, you will have DMs, people asking for the price, people being interested in the product. That always works. Mm-mm.
Tell people Afnan is in her DMs answering your questions as well.
Oh, Afnan is in her DMs answering the questions. Wow, great. How can we one build and launch an evolving face-rooted personal brand while validating the right audience, building demand first, and creating an aligned first offer with even a small community? It doesn't matter the size of the community as long as the traffic. Again, like, sometimes we think that there's little amount of followers, but if we put them in a one room, it's a lot. How do you do it? You do it by the right analysis, by the right survey. It's actually one document, and I will give you that inside the launch code. That's exact document we used with Afnan. That's exact document I used for years. I always evolve it, and we will give you that. We'll explain exactly how to launch this survey in your account so you understand exactly how to communicate with your audience. Trust me, like, it's such a big mindset shift every time you do the proper survey of the audience. For a growth expert, do you connect us with small influencers first, or how does it work? It doesn't depend on the size, of course. Like, it depends on first, like your ability, students who will be doing all the homework, attend all the like Zoom calls, and be like just active on the course, of course they will get a better influencers. So as long as you show up, you don't have to start with the small influencers. You just have to be ready to do your work well, in order for us to be sure that, when we recommend and match you with someone, you will show up, and let's say in 3 days you've started the launch, and then you just don't disappear. So yeah, it doesn't depend on your experience right now. It's depends on your own discipline first, and that's something like coming. You have to like make this decision right now, and then you have to show up on the lessons, you have to show up to the mentors, you have to come on the Q&As, and we see your progress, and we feel confident to connect you with influencers. Like, even Christina, she came to me with zero experience. I connected her with her first influencer, even though I've never seen her before physically, or I didn't spend enough time with her. But even on Q&As, I knew exactly 100% that she will not disappoint me. So that's just really 100% in your hands to meet the best like partners through the launch code, and do big launch which will change your life, like exactly like it happened to Christina. She will tell you her story tomorrow. Like, really really important that you guys attend tomorrow, because tomorrow we'll literally talk about exactly like all the insider of the launches, like not just the launches themselves, not just the systems or industry, but the actual launches that already happened. Yes, of course, we'll teach launch code and become a growth partner in the packages. Yes, of course, that's exactly what you will be getting. Yeah, there's a question: how can you make become a growth partner while growing your own brand? That's the best way, because if you need to make money right now, you want to become an expert yourself, you want to become an influencer, but maybe you don't even have money right now to, for example, record content, or you don't have motivation because you don't know what to speak about. So you can actually become a growth partner. You can help other influencers monetize first. You actually get like capital you can invest into your own brand, into better lifestyle, because we know like better lifestyles actually help you to create better content, and people love to watch like amazing lifestyle on internet. And second, you can actually like make content and talk about whole this journey, how you're building these businesses. And when you're ready, either you just separate with your partners, or you continue to work, you just build the systems and they work with your partners, and now you're launching your products, or launch them together. That actually can work as well. A lot of people do that. They become growth partners, and they grow their own brands at the same time. How do you get access when you have made payment? Guys, very important. If you've made payments and you don't like see the access to the product immediately, don't worry. Remember, it starts 2nd of February. Check your emails. If you feel like you've lost us or something, on the website there's support button. Right now I'm sure like support is in a high demand, so please take them a little bit time to answer you. But don't worry, if you made the payment 100% before the start of the course, which is 2nd of February, we will find you ourselves. Even if you don't reach to us, even if you didn't see email, we will reach out ourselves. We will find you. We will make sure you come to the classes. As a new growth partner, what service I should offer to get fast proof and attract future clients for your own product? Again, uh, even if you are a new growth partner, all you need to do is we will teach you exactly how to reach out to influencers or match you with one ourselves. You will be able to launch fast first product, like basically do a test. Within the first week, you will be able to make first test money, and then that's already amazing proof of your own work, both to the influencer and even to yourself, because you will see that that's possible to make money from launches as someone behind the scenes. And then you will make the full launch within the next like 4 to 5 weeks. That's where you live literally matter. I am from a small country, but my vision is global. I've lived in a tiny city nobody knew about. I was so embarrassed telling where I live when I was on the calls. And this is so stupid because they never cared. Later on, they said they've never cared. They didn't think about that. As long as you have the skills, guys, the skills we will teach you. So, um, of course, it doesn't matter where you live because all my students, all our mentors, and myself, we all came from tiny cities. How feasible it is to work as a growth partner when you are not co-located with influencer creator? Actually, I it's been 6 months that I'm living in the same location with my partners, literally accidentally. So it absolutely doesn't matter. Everything is right now online. Everything is on a distance, so you don't have to worry about this. 90% of my launches being on a distance. So yeah, that's absolutely fine. Can you launch in two different social platforms? Of course, you can launch on all platforms at the same time. So if your influencer have few platforms, we will teach you how to make sure you run launch through all platforms at the same time to get as much traffic people as possible. How can someone work directly with me on the launch? First, on the second package, you have access on Q&As to me, so you can consult with me through everything. Or on the third package, if you qualify, then you work directly with me and Afnan and Christina one-on-one, basically with each of us. It's almost the same as we are if we are partners. It's just very important that you qualify for that package. So if you think you do, please fill out the form. We will reach out to you ourselves if we consider you qualified, and we will speak to you. If the influencer is now a partner, should they exclusively post about the launch until the end of the launch period, or they can post other things too? They can post their lifestyle, they can post any of their live content. It's amazing because we need to mix content. If they're doing some promotions, as long as their promotions are not something competitive to the product you launch. So if it's a lifestyle blogger and she has some makeup contract she has to post about, that's absolutely fine as long as you're not launching makeup as well. So as long as the two offers doesn't compete. 3 hours of a live stream, that's crazy. Yeah. But I'm yeah, super happy to answer your questions, guys. So, guys, I think that most of the questions right now are pretty repetitive and we covered most of them. There's a lot of questions I see which we will cover tomorrow in more details, like with the slides and everything. So, like, I don't want to talk about this right now. I want to make sure that you guys actually see, you know, tomorrow everything, like, insider of the launches. And yeah, see if you have these questions still tomorrow. So maybe let's take last three and then we will be letting you go, guys. Yes, you will be matched on all packages with the influencers. What are the basic skills to have for a growth partner? Execution, most important skill, to be able to actually make things happen, you know, have that inner fire inside yourself. Second, to understand the logic of the content through the launch, the very very important skill, and we will give you exact document and all the systems we use. And third, to make sure that you find the best offer, and that's done through the survey. So that's the three things, like the most important things you need to understand: what's the offer, what's the right sequence of the content in order to make people want to buy this offer, and third, just to be able to execute. So last question, guys. Do you need to be very knowledgeable on the topic that your product is covering, or you can just use AI? You either have to be good at what you want to sell or partner with someone who has that knowledge. That's also fine. There are sometimes three ways partnerships: someone who have an audience, someone who can monetize, and someone who actually can like provide the value, the product itself. So if you have an audience but you don't have the knowledge, you want to launch something, you believe something will be the best for your product, sorry, for your audience, but you just don't know the knowledge to give the product, you will be able to partner with someone who actually have that knowledge and monetize your audience in that way. That's happens all the time. That's three-way partnerships, and we will teach you that as well. So guys, I think that hey queen, I think they had enough.
I think people love you just as much as we love you. Guys, do you see that energy difference? I'm like, this is the best. Let's go. And then there's like, yeah, guys, there's three types of frameworks.
That's why someone is on the camera and someone is behind. That's the whole
like,
point.
Let's go. And she's like, yeah, guys, so this is how we're gonna make this. And so calm, so comforting. I don't know if they can even see me. But this is why, of course, we work amazing together. I am so grateful for her. Guys, we have so many applications. We actually have over 400 applications of people that have questions, that have paid. So I cannot wait. We still have spots left, guys. I have so much energy because I just had a Red Bull. So I'm going to be in my DMs for the next hour or two. It's literally like 1 a.m. here in Dubai. But I will be in my DMs answering any questions you guys have. Okay? Yeah. Message me on Afnan Khalifa Official, or of course, email our brand code. But yeah, you see, you can be making money if you're as crazy as me or as calm as Layla. Both actually work.
Yeah. It's always a partnership between those two.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
That's the best marriages.
So much.
But we love you guys. Tomorrow is day 3. Tomorrow we're gonna actually break down like real numbers. We're gonna show you guys numbers of my own launches. I'm literally opening my accounting books for you guys to see numbers, to see how did we make $1 million. All of that is gonna be tomorrow. How much was my profit? Like, tomorrow is gonna be a lot of just information that is very, very sensitive, but it's gonna be exciting. You're gonna also hear from one of our amazing growth partners, which is Christina, her story as well. So come tomorrow. Make sure if you want the VIP or the base plan, you pay ASAP because the spots are gone. With that being said, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Same time, guys. And
same place.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Bye, guys.